Welcome back, everyone. How are you?
Ooh,
You know,
welcome.
alive.
Hello.
Continuously.
Here we are, back in space for
Hell yeah.
Back in
another
space.
episode of A Stack of These Cones.
Sorry.
What? Taylor, are you sharing memes at the very beginning of a podcast episode?
Listen, I'm allowed to do one.
and then there's a stack of road cones. That's, I mean, so pure.
Okay, well, look,
Welcome,
Tay, you're going to have to
to
put that on Instagram so that
episode
people know what
2.
we're talking about.
A stack of these
Okay.
cones.
Oh,
It's a
Jesus.
Pictured one Star Wars meme.
Okay, that's your one, Tay. There you go.
Okay.
Turn the memes off.
Shit. Oh, he means it.
Okay,
But to be
sorry.
fair, like
That's not-
Star Wars, but with more road
Tay,
cones. That's pretty
Tay,
much
this
us.
is not
That's-
okay. You're wasting everybody's time. This is not all about you, okay? This is about everybody.
You let me down, you let the team down, but more importantly, Tay,
You let yourself
down.
Yeah, I definitely
damn.
did. I
Damn.
definitely did.
Damn the
Oh.
man.
Oh, I've
God
heard
damn,
a
that
few
was
times.
good. God damn, that
Oh,
was
yeah.
good.
Oh, it's a good one.
Ugh, that was
that's
strong.
the harsh one.
Oh,
That's
I hope,
the,
I
that's
hope
the
the
real.
audience. I hope the audience just takes it in. That was
But
cool.
you know, it's like Star Wars with more bits of bright orange plastic. It's the Backwater Bastards in space.
It was very exciting though because it felt like you were doing a voice effect.
Oh shit. I wouldn't
Tay,
report
you liked it so much you needed it twice.
though.
Oh,
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know if that's
I like how
the
Evan's reaction was like, "Oh Jesus!" Immediately,
Damn.
immediately
Damn.
he took it sexually.
Damn. Tay, it's in moments like these you have to remember. When he goes low, you go high.
well, I don't know how to get that high, so I also go low as well.
Oh.
Take digs in deeper.
Wow.
Yeah, that's when they go low,
You go
I go
lower.
underground.
Yeah, I get you.
When they go
I
low,
dig a
Tay
tunnel.
digs in a trench.
I go for the cool.
She goes for the long game.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm,
To the center of the earth.
yeah.
That's what that
Where
yeah,
you can
cool.
find dinosaurs.
20,000
Much
meters
like
under
that.
the meme.
Much like this
In
particular
space.
volcanic island on the planet Sand. That's where the bastards find
Surprised
themselves.
about that.
Mm.
right.
All right, we need a
right.
recap though.
Let's go rapid
Yeah.
fire with this recap. It's a rapid recap.
We've been tracked.
For the rapid
We've been tracked, having been hired by Herodotus' old war buddy Monty to try and do some
Disgusting.
diplomatic action with the indigenous folk, who turned out to be a
Yes.
telepathic race of gelatinous humanoids.
The jelly.
disgusting, but easy
Who
dominable.
they seem to have like rather primitive technology, but it's completely overruled by the fact that they are sort of inorganic creatures that just sort of dissolve rock and can mind control giant dinosaur beasts at their will. So they're highly advanced while being technologically inferior.
Wait, I know you're doing the recap, but does that mean that their highly advanced mind control of the lizards is what they have to do to ride them? Cleo deCap is just managing to ride a lizard just purely from animal, vibes
Well, they've trained
or
them,
cuteness?
because they have
okay.
the way they communicate is purely telepathic. They can train animals incredibly well because the animals understand exactly everything you're trying to teach them.
But what you're saying is Cleo is more amazing than these
I mean, you could
aliens.
argue it. Like she's won them over with pure animal
Bare magic.
Spirit
animal
magic.
kindness. Yeah, bear magic.
Bare ass magic.
But anyway,
She's got a
Yeah.
chaps on and nothing underneath. It's bare ass magic.
Just my bare ass.
Wow.
you've got to think like
It's quite the
a
image.
bipedal bear dressed in
Yes,
armor probably does
yeah.
actually have like arseless armor. Because like
Some
how are you going to
nice
get your
chaps
pants down
on,
in a
yeah.
hurry like when you're a bear?
But you mean there's not like an escape hatch that can
Yeah.
close?
Don't you remember the previous episode where I had to go to the bathroom? How do you think I did that?
I think that's a good question for anyone, though. How do you get your ass out
I
real
mean,
quickly?
do you, by that logic, do you walk around in assless chaps?
Well, I don't have bear claws.
Yeah,
I've got
Wait,
opposable
assless
thumbs. I can
She's
undo
got
my chaps.
Space technology. That shit must be
I
automated.
suppose so.
The year is 2020 and Dick walks around in assless chaps.
because
That's
he just can't
extremely-
be bothered.
I mean, he does wear a bolo tie.
God damn it! I gotta drop trow every time. I gotta spread cheek, and goddamn it, I get nothing done.
It's the future. Shit's meant to be
But
easy.
speaking of shit, the bastards through
You know what?
speaking of shit, the bastards through
that's
Herodotus'
good.
surprisingly good diplomacy.
No, I think we peaked. We should probably just stop now.
You know what? We're still getting to the top of the
Okay,
roller
can
coaster.
we get? To
I'm making an actual like meaningful segue here because he discovered that the material, the crystal that the humans want to get their hands on here is in fact purified rocks discreetly excreted from the rear side of these gelatinous creatures.
Yeah.
excrement.
Their excrement, which they are very ashamed of, and they have a real cultural taboo around, is exactly the
nice.
purified sand
Naughty.
that wants to be mined. In fact, it's better than what they mine from the rocks because it's already been purified and excreted in its pure form.
These are
I,
like
for
jelly
one,
bees.
will gladly take a couple.
So it was a good discovery. They've been literally dumping piles and piles of it into the ocean.
Good word phrasing. Is that the right way?
Herodotus arranged a deal
Taking that giant.
wherein BioLife would in fact ship all of their excrement away off-world, so they would no longer be polluting their oceans, and they would no longer have to deal with the taboo substance, which they were eventually won over with. And not only that, Herodotus managed to sort himself out a little side hustle where he got himself a stipend, which seemed like the perfect end to a scenario, but it was almost to the moment. The bastards.
Yeah, but you're the DM, Dick.
Aye,
You could have left it at
Enabling
that,
them.
but it was your choice.
It was cocked
not
and
to,
ready.
so-
I couldn't not do have Monty do the dirty, which he did.
Yeah, he did a dirty on our
Turned
dirty.
out Monty.
Dirty Monty.
The full Monty.
Monty
Ooh.
is already independently wealthy. His goal is not to get his hands on the sand at the most efficient way possible. He needs to actually make some sort of show of force because his role here is as a security advisor, and he can't be seen as impotent. So he actually planted a tracking device on Herodotus in order to find the base of operations of the indigenous folk and call in a strike team with a battleship, which he has just gone and done.
Yeah, but it's not really a strike team, was it? It's a cattle bruiser and like 5 frigates. It's fucking huge.
More than enough to blow up a mountain.
Please tell me where you're getting this word cattle bruiser.
Cattle bruiser from StarCraft, right? You have the battle cruisers, where the which is the Terran like.
I don't remember the word cattle bruiser.
Yeah, so the battle cruiser, cattle bruiser. We're just switching the name, switching the front letters,
okay.
right?
You're doing a spooner.
Interestingly,
Yeah, I'm just doing like
if you
a
Google
snap.
cattle bruiser, you come across some very nice StarCraft related art with a weird dog.
Yeah,
Okay, great, because I thought you were gonna say that maybe something else happened.
No, that's just what I remember from playing StarCraft.
And it's a sex
cattle
symbol.
bruisers.
Oh.
Oh, that's nice.
What
Well, that keeps us in the low and dirty, where we're kind of residing at the moment.
What
So that's
kind,
good.
though?
Oh, you'll have to Google it
Tell us
yourself.
about
It's
it. What's going on?
foul.
All right.
I don't know.
On my new computer and everything.
Yeah, well, that catches us up to present time. The bastards having mounted some airbound lizards, and Cleo deCap having built 10 bombs. The bastards have just found themselves face to face with the cattle bruiser and the five fighter ships, and they're gonna have to make battle.
Oh, one more point. Those 5 fighter ships were like heavy laden with bombs as well, right? Like the undersides of their bellies were like just filled with bombs.
Okay, Herodotus turns to Cleo and shouts as high as he can to make it clear. Aim for the underbelly! Fire all cannons!
Well, let me pause for a minute.
By all means.
Oh, yeah?
I have got 10
You
bombs.
do.
Got 10 bombs.
Some of them are pretty high.
Some good bombs.
I have written them all down
Yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm.
and grouped them because there's some stuff going on. My highest is a 25 and a 22.
Yeah.
how does it work? Like, let's say that I select the 25, the crit bomb.
The big old boomy bomb.
If I were to launch that, how do we decide, like, what is the mechanic to figure out, like, severity of that bomb hitting versus, like, if I'd thrown one of the 11s?
So they've all got a separate chance at hitting. Like that's all dependent on how you use them. Because you could obviously just like literally like fly over and like stick one to the hull of a ship, and then it's guaranteed to hit basically unless someone like kicks it off or stops you. Or you could try and throw it with your clumsy bare paws, which will obviously have like a chance of hitting. The bit key one is those crit ones are going to do a ton more damage.
Ooh.
Yeah. Alright,
Herodotus kind of realizes that maybe the bear isn't very good at throwing things and goes, I have many years of cricket behind me. I could do the throw.
Oh, that's an interesting thought.
And I believe
Cleo is processing
wasn't
it.
Dr. Z going to try and board the big ship?
Yes. Yes, Herodotus, if you two are going to play another game of cricket, I'd be keen to have you drop me off on that old big ship there.
Very well.
I'm going to try and do some, try and get up close and personal, do a little bit of hacking and slashing of my own.
Very well, sir. We will keep you covered from the skies. Tally belly ho.
I like it. So I'm gonna fly over near you guys, and I'm just gonna do a little handoff.
Ooh.
I'm gonna hand off. So I have 3 11 strength bombs. They're little boys, but I'm gonna give all of those to Dr. Z.
Are you going to give me bombs as well?
Yeah, because if you're gonna do hack, if you might get close
Hey, I like
in
where
any
you're-
format,
I like what
these
you're thinking.
little guys are like good, like
Yeah.
circuit breaker
I love it.
explosions. They're stickies. So you could take these
stickies?
little guys. Yeah, like you could, like, have you ever played with LED throwies where like you build the LED circuit and attach it to a magnet, and then you throw it at an underpass or something, and it's like light graffiti?
That is
no,
awesome.
but that sounds cool.
Yeah,
that sounds
That's-
really cool.
That is a real thing. It's like alternate graffiti, right? Like seed bombing, where you make like a seed bomb and you throw it somewhere you can't get to, and then a plant happens.
I like the seed bombs, but I like this a lot more. This is cool.
Well, I create all kinds of those sort of bombs in my real life.
Get creative.
Get creative, kids. So I'm gonna give you the stickies.
Mm-hmm.
There are 3 of them. They're all
Thank
11 strength, and those go to Dr. Z. And then
I'm
I'm
gonna write that down
gonna
on my
give
thing.
I'm gonna give the 25 to Herry,
Ooh, the big boy.
because I read something about how people name their weapons, and they were like, what do you name your weapons? And I was like, I like to detail the bombs, but I never name them.
Mm-hmm. This is the Dirty Harry.
I love it.
Was that better than what you were going to say?
sorry. What were you going to say? What were you going to say?
I
What were you
didn't
gonna
have a
say?
name for it yet,
Oh.
but I wanted to name the interesting ones. And I
Name
wanted
them.
this one to be about Harry and Monty's relationship.
Oh, damn.
Ooh.
So the Dirty Harry kind of does...
Harry.
Harry, what have you been doing?
It's either that or like kissing brothers.
Ooh.
My boy, what haven't I been doing?
So yeah, that means that 3 of my bombs, the stickies, the 11s, went to Dr. Z, and then the 25...
Can you give them a name, Tay? Can
Yeah,
I have
the
a name?
Stickies.
Oh, the
Sticky buns.
Oh, they're called the Stickies. Oh,
yeah,
right.
sticky buns.
I can picture the album art
Do
right
they have
now.
like little red buttons on that look like the cherry on top of a sticky bun?
Yeah.
Ooh, that would be so cute.
Oh, and it's like, you know, when you as soon as you open a jar of jam, it is immediately disgusting. It's like that.
What?
It's like, it's already got, the stickiness around the outside
You
of that
push the
glass.
button, it's like,
Ooh,
oh,
sick.
I kind of wish I didn't do that.
Glop.
I wish I didn't touch this, but I was real hungry. Yeah.
So yeah, those are all in your possession now.
Thank you.
One Dirty Harry, the 25, is now in Herodotus's hand.
Oh, my.
Watch yourself.
Yeah, be careful.
That one's live. Little sparklies.
That thing's like a certified like ship sinker. Like that will blow potentially right through the armor of something.
Herodotus turns on the bear and goes, I am alive. This is death.
Save it for somebody that you love.
Somebody that I used to know.
Oh, that was the worst song ever.
It's the exact kind of song that Herodotus would listen to in like a dark room with some bad whiskey, you know?
Oh.
And he would really feel those lyrics too,
Yeah.
like deeply.
Oh.
As Cleo is making the pass, sidling up on her pterodactyl, and had nose and bombs, you can see Khan just kind of having. So the battle cruiser, which is just you can count over 20 cannons mounted to its underside, which are just
That's
a lot
too
of
many
cannons.
cannons.
They're raining down just blasts of energy at the jelly people who are like flying about madly. There's already like been casualties. The ones who have flown out ahead of you, they've clearly like been coming in fast, trying to make use of their agility and their capability of getting in quickly. And they've been stabbing at and
Herodotus, that culling might be happening faster than we thought.
You're right, sir. Let's get
some damage seems to be being made to the shields in one position. The jellies, they're focusing all their targets. They're coming in with their big steel lances and they're just flying at one point in the hull of the ship. And you can see that the shield is flickering and growing weaker in that section.
Herodotus, that's the point to drop me off.
Let's go for it.
Yes.
So Herodotus aims himself at the target and prepares to drop Doctor.
Now, also, Harry, Big H, Dirty Bomb. That thing you're carrying there, where do you plan on using it? Do I need to have a safe word to know about to get out of Sticky Dodge?
I can't be mad at that.
Jabby
face.
dodges.
Jabby dodges indeed, sir. In a telly belly here. I do believe, sir, you will know me by the red rain of dawn.
So
And
what's that,
upon
like
the
a...
moor the battle shall rage, and I shall smite mine enemy before the bloody visage of death himself.
So we talking about like a long haul, 2 minutes, or like the short burst, like 30
You
seconds?
will know my rage comes heaven-wise, and I shall be like a fire upon the moor. An impossibility, sir. That's what I shall be.
Yeah, you know
Now,
what? I
let
think
me
just
go,
if you
sir.
give me
I
a
have
phone
bloody
call
work
before
to
you
do.
plan to blow it up, I'll be alright.
Herodotus
Yes.
turns his head
Alright.
dramatically towards the bomber ship with all the bombs underneath and heads towards it with the bomb out held in his hand like some mighty, godlike weapon.
So wait, Herodotus is going with the bomb straight towards the bomb ship.
Yes.
Okay, so which ship? I want to try and get to the big cattle
Okay, so
bruiser ship.
let's give you some perspective. So you guys are sailing upwards from the mountain. Ahead of you, there's many more dactyls who are engaged with the battleship. The battleship is the one with the cannons, which is blasting at them. There are these 5 bombers who are smaller, more agile ships, and they are cycling around the battleship. And one of them has begun to dive bomb towards the mountain. That's the one laden with bombs. It's It looks like they're doing a pass each where they're going to try and bomb the mountain. But at the same time, there's this cannon battle going on overhead above that as well.
Okay, and Harry, which one are you diving towards right now?
The one that's making the eagles attack.
Which is...
The one that's diving.
Oh, the one that's diving. Okay. Now, since you're going to be using that big bomb, I don't think I should probably be trying to get onto that ship. Right.
Doctor, I'd love to talk, but there is no time. I must go. Farewell and good luck. I will see you again here or in Elysium, where we shall drink the sweetest nectar of the gods.
Oh,
I should
But
point
later,
out the two of you are
much
on the same
later.
dactyl at the moment.
We're on the same
Wait,
deck,
didn't I just
yeah.
drop you
Wait.
off?
No, you haven't dropped me off yet.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
What do you want to drop him off onto? Should you just drop him onto my dactyl and then I'll take him to a lesser ship?
Sure, I thought he pointed out a place and I went there to fucking drop him off.
I hadn't quite got you guys there yet, though.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm getting a little ahead of myself. All right. Hang on, Doctor. We'll be there in 2 shakes of a rabbit's testicle. Ting-a-ling-a-ling, Doctor! And it flies
I mean,
off.
you could potentially, en route, you could, try and catch this dive bomber as it's going to blow it up, and then just keep rocketing upwards past it and try and drop off Dr. Z as well.
Okay, good point. Doctor, hold on. If you have weapons on you, I suggest you use them. Old misdirecting fire could put them off their target. A secondary option is always
ready,
good to have.
Herodotus.
No questions asked.
Okay, but where do you want me to shoot?
At the bloody bomber, you nitwit.
Gotcha. You just answered my
God,
question.
shut up, you beautiful bastard.
All right. So as you go in on the Dactyl, at the same moment, the bomber is diving down. You're flying towards it, and several of the cannons on the battleship turn towards you, obviously trying to shoot you off the bomber before you get to it. So now,
Okay, I immediately start projecting my shields in front of Harry, the Dactyl, and myself, using my shield projector to keep us safe.
I do the same.
well, I was going to say we'll run this as an action scenario. So
Oh yes, okay, yep.
So I'll get each of the three of you to simply like choose your course of action and roll a single d20 to determine its effectiveness.
Ooh.
And then we'll sort of rapid fire. We'll
Okay,
progress
sounds
along
fun.
to the next stage, depending on how that goes.
Ooh,
Alright,
this sounds good.
Alright.
So roll
Yeah, well,
20?
first let's see what it is. So like Dr. Z, and we can make this the entire interaction with the dive bomber because you guys are approaching it. The cannons are firing on you, and you've got two things to deal with, but there's three of you that can deal with it. So
Sitting up in my chair. What are we doing?
Like Napoleon's lancer against the Spanish artillery, sir. Raise your shields, metaphorically, of course, and charge. No maneuvers.
I'll do better than metaphorically. Here's a shield.
Oh, shit.
bada bing.
And rolled a 17.
Like Alexander's companion, we raise our shields together, Doctor.
Ooh.
Not now! Oh, God, I can't get it up.
Ugh. Oh no.
That's an 8 for
It
everyone
happens
listening.
to everyone.
I swear, sir, this has never happened before.
Do not
Hey,
worry,
it's
this is a
such a
medical
normal
situation.
problem.
I can solve this after this
Right, so
battle.
Cleo doesn't have these cannons trained on her at the moment. Is she going to make any use of this scenario while she's free to charge in?
Yes, how many rolls am I permitted to make?
Just
at
one
this
roll, but
time?
the one roll is going to reflect multiple actions.
Excellent. I will make that roll first.
No. You got to tell me what you're doing.
No. Oh, cold, Tay. You've been cold. You shot your shot and it missed.
Right, I've rolled a 2. I'm just going to hang back somewhere safe.
That's cool. Okay. I guess I'll.
got me.
She just shot a shot though. It was good.
She did her
You lived it.
But it was
I just
not.
wanted to make sure Dick was paying attention, like, and not like.
No, let's hear it. Let's hear the plan.
All right, cool. So what I would like to do is the ship nearest me is not the big boy, right?
No, so the ship nearest is there's a dive bombing bomber.
Like a frigate.
Yeah, let's call it a frigate. We've got a cattle
Alright,
bruiser,
cool.
which is immense. It's like a floating fortress.
I definitely don't want to take him on immediately.
And then there's the five bombers. And they've just got little front-mounted guns and big bombs underneath, whereas the cruiser has got like 20 cannons.
Really, none of these feel extremely close to me, but the one that is closest, I would like to utilize 2 bombs,
Alrighty.
if that's permissible.
that
And
is
if
permissible.
It is, they are gonna be the 2 17s.
Damn.
And the way that they work is like skeet shooting. I'm going to.
What's skeet shooting?
Skeet shooting is when you throw a clay disc into the air
Ah,
and then you shoot
okay.
it with a shotgun and pretend it's a bird.
Oh, I like that.
And then the
Oh.
and
That
the
sounds like it
disc.
should have a much smarter name than skeet shooting.
Yeah,
skeet
skeet,
shooting to me
skeet.
sounds like Cletus and fucking
Well, I
Hank
think
having
it's
a
really
shooting.
called clay pigeon
We're going
shooting.
skeet shooting.
We're on skeet shooting.
But I like
Yeah.
skeet shooting because these
Yeah.
bombs, there's 2 of them, and their names are Skeet and Skeet.
Skeet and Skeeter.
Skeet, Skeet!
Love it.
Yeah. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna toss both of them up in the air and then take my super, hold on, what's it called? Custom shield piercing rifle. And I'm gonna shoot them, and that activates them, the pressure, and then they explode. So they're essentially shrapnel bombs, and I'm hoping for an AoE style attack that might hit multiple ships, but if it only AoEs this one ship, that's okay too, because big boy damage.
I can understand now why you didn't want to roll first.
Yeah.
This is a lot
Alright,
of description.
let's have this dice roll and just see the effect that.
And if it doesn't
how
go
effective
well,
this is.
that's sad. But the good news is that I have a skeet number 2, and those are 19s. So get ready for that. But
All
anyway,
ready for this.
here comes the roll. Oh, it's a 6. Okay.
Good
All
luck,
right.
Tay.
Hey, but you just
Don't
popped a
fuck it up.
shield,
Let's
right?
unfold this. So
Oh,
Herodotus flying straight at the dive bomber that's going for its pass, drawing all the fire of the lead ship of the cattle bruiser,
Cattle bruiser.
and trying to bodily block and position his shield in front of both Dr. Z and the lizard. Now he manages the first part, the blocking part less effective. He only rolled an 8. But luckily it doesn't matter. Just as and there are 3 cannons trained on the two of you. But at that moment, Dr. Z projects his shield outwards, blocking the blast, and these 3 huge blasts come in, absolutely decimating the doctor's shield, but leaving you and the dactyl completely unscathed as you come up over and near the bomber. At the same time, with the fire now completely drawn away from her, Cleo is able to come in close and rather clumsily with her bare paws throw out the 2 skeet bombs, pulling round from her back to get the custom rifle and shooting at both.
Oh, shit!
She misses one of them, and it drops down towards the ocean below, or towards the mountain below, rather.
Oops.
It was oceans and mountains, wasn't
Bit
it?
of
It's a
both,
bit
but
of
you
a
are
mix,
kind of
isn't it?
above the mountain. Like, this thing is getting ready to bomb the mountain, so
Oh, okay.
Cleo probably just bombed the mountain. It's probably a good thing that she set it up as a skeet bomb, because it's not going to go off when it hits the ground. It's going to be just some like fucking terrifying unexploded device down there somewhere.
Hey, Bill, look at this. Let's throw it.
But the second one, she strikes true.
Fuck.
Yes.
Cleo.
Yes. Skeet.
Scoot, scoot.
Pull.
Completely blasting blasting very sort of side on from midair the bomber. The bomber, you can tell its shield is just wiped out. It's blown off course as well. Guys in here. It's blown well off course and just goes flying away. You can see it's taken some serious damage. It's sparking. It's flying unsteadily, and it looks as though is going to try and make an emergency landing down on the mountain below. Probably going to crash through some trees.
Or its way downtown.
Making its way.
But,
Walking fast.
faces
Strangers
pass.
past, and it's like, oh shit, we're about to crash.
That's a skeet bomb.
Oh shit, Cletus.
Oh shit, it's a skeet bomb.
Oh no.
No.
This is getting prejudiced against the South. No.
That's all right. Cleo's Texan.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay. Sweet. Cleo can do it for us. Evan.
Okay.
We can,
Fine.
I hail from
We can
the
just
South
insinuate.
in real life,
yeah.
so it's okay.
We can make fun of hillbillies all we like, yeah?
I think so. It's all right.
Well, regardless, one bomber seems to be put, at least temporarily, out of action as it's no longer flying straight enough to perform its maneuver. But a second bomber is peeling off, and it looks like it's trying to completely bypass the 2 dactyls that you're on, as it's hurtling down to make another bombing pass at the other side of the mountain.
Well, that's a good sign for us, gang. We're clearly making a dent. You know, we're clearly important if they're going to bypass us.
Meanwhile, however, the cruiser still has some of its cannons aimed at you, and is taking new shots.
Okay.
This time, looking as though it's certainly aiming more for Cleo, having just seen her blast an explosion through the sky.
That is fair.
Can we interrupt with
Yes.
this or anything? Or
Yeah, no,
we can?
I'm setting you up, and then you can make your next set of actions. We'll do it all concurrently.
Herodotus, I'm going to pass my shields over to Cleo. Our positions relies surely on your hands, and I'm going to pass a shield over to Cleo. Do I need to roll?
So your shield has been destroyed by the 3 cannon blasts.
Do I not have any more shields?
No.
Oh.
But you
Okay,
could
well,
you
I'll
could
round
like
everything.
I'm just
jury rig
imagining
something.
the drama of that scene, though.
Wait, so now all 3 of us roll again so that we can see if we get to do the move.
Yeah,
we wanna
exactly.
do or
So
not.
each
we have to
3 of
say
you is
the
going to
move
perform
first.
an action, and we're just going to roll 20.
Okay, great. So you don't have shields at all because
I
it's your
thought I had
turn.
shields. I don't
You've
have
still
shields.
got your
Okay,
shield
I'm
projector,
rethinking.
and Herodotus still has a fully charged shield. So you could jury rig something where you just like plug into Herodotus's
And the cattle bruiser isn't aiming at us?
Not aiming at you three, no.
Herodotus?
You two, rather. Well, and the deck.
We seem to have a clear shot, but Cleo is being aimed upon. I could jerry-rig something quickly to transfer your shields to her, but we'll be, well, kind of sitting ducks.
I'll be doing no sitting, sir. You
Can I ask a question?
do what you must with the shield. I've got bloody murder to do.
Cleo, I am going to take Herodotus' shield and pass it over to you, but what was the question you want to ask?
Are you definitely gonna do that? Because can I interrupt that?
That's the action that we're, like, beginning, so...
Okay, because what does the cannon situation look like, Dick? Is it one cannon or is it like two?
So there's like 20 cannons,
Oh my
but
god.
only three of them are aiming at you at the moment, because up above there, the jellies are like, they're making a concentrated assault. They're bursting through the shields of the main ship. So the majority of the cannons are shooting them down.
Are they pretty close together, the three that are aiming at me? Like,
Yeah, they're all in one section.
okay, cool. So I guess I'll accept the shield.
All right, yeah, so I'm going to...
That's fair. That's responsible.
With H's blessing, I'm going to try and start jerry-rigging some type of response where I can take his shields and transfer it over to Cleo's dactyl and try and keep her safe.
I guess you better give me a D20.
Oh, fuck.
9.
9! No!
Hey, better than 6.
I suppose the good news is, like, even though you waste your time trying to project the shield and miss Cleo, the shield, if it doesn't get hit by a blast, will still be intact and still usable.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Well, that's
Herodotus could even body block her. But, I mean, she could also perform some sort of evasive maneuver.
I could.
Well, anyway, so Dr. Z is trying to jury-rig Herodotus's shield, project it over Cleo. What are the other two of you going to do? Bearing in mind, there's 3 cannons pointing at Cleo, and then there's another of the 5 bombers is taking a bombing run at the mountain.
How close am I to the cannons?
You're very far away from the cannons, but you could potentially fly directly up into them if you had, like a move in mind, other than getting shot by them point blank.
Believe it or not, it isn't that. I would like to go... I only have 5. How many gel capsules would I have to use to really mess up those cannons? Or would that not be an effectual...
A single gel capsule would take out a cannon.
So I'd have to use 3 of them? Oh.
Unless you could, do something to, spread out the gel further.
You know what? I could.
Shove
I would
a
like
grenade
to-
into the gel capsule and
Yeah.
then toss that at the
I would
middle
like-
cannon.
Oh, that's such a genius idea.
So I would like to fly up point blank range to those 3 cannons, and I would like to take a gel capsule and insert my 14 strength bomb, and I'm gonna call it the JELL, and then everybody else is gonna say, "Oh,
Gotcha. That's the 14
that's the
strength.
move."
But why?
And I rolled a 14.
Okay, that's probably not going to go as nearly as bad as the last attempt.
Yep.
And what's Harry gonna do?
Well, he's gonna head in with the bomb that he has, launch it like the glorious cricket player he is, and
Underarm or overarm?
overarm.
Is this at the bomber or at the command ship?
At the bomber. Well, am I close enough to get at the command ship? Does it have an obvious weak spot?
Well, because Cleo is flying straight at the cannons and she's got them trained on her, you could take advantage of that and fly in her wake, ready to because she's drawing the fire away. That does mean though that of course that the bomber will make a pass at the mountain, which could be damaging your income source. So you've got to sort of make a choice between personal safety and personal profit.
Oh. Truth. Choices. No time to think. Oh, goodness. I mean, on the one side, my friend, my compadre. Bearer in arm. I don't know. Sibling. Who knows? Thing being, what to do to save her? Oh, my money. Oh, sweet money. Oh, I'll have such golden times with you. No pun intended, of course. Oh, choices. What to do?
Are you actually thinking right now as well?
Yeah. Oh, it's a hard choice. Again, is there like an obvious place to attack the main ship?
Well, it would be probably the place where all the jellies are attacking, where the shield is thinnest, because it has multiple shield projectors to cover its citadel-like surface, and they're all relatively impenetrable. Like one of these bombs, Cleo's bombs they're decent. She's given you the big one, so it will easily blow through the shield wherever you do it. But
Oh shit. Okay. Well, then we'd fucking obviously do that.
I mean,
In a heroic moment of self-sacrifice, Herodotus turns to his fate and signals the charge. It feels good to be in the cavalry once again.
Front lines.
all right, then let's give me a d20.
Very well, sir. Prepare to be dazzled. Oh, God.
Oh no! A 3!
Oh, lordy poo. That could have gone better. That is a 3, my friend. And I do believe it might be the end of me. I don't see this ending particularly well. Not after all the shit I've
me
pulled.
also, Herodotus.
Okay.
Oh,
So both
you're right, sir. But then again, who cares about you?
both dactyls
Oh,
That's too dark.
fly
That's too dark.
straight up towards the
war, I understand.
towards the battleship. Meanwhile, the bomber peels off and it dives down the mountain, releasing its payload and soaring back up around behind you. In fact, as you both approach the command ship,
Wait, it catches up.
it doesn't
with us?
catch up with you, but it's coming back back into that sort of area.
Oh,
So-
the bastard.
It releases its payload, the bombs falling down as it swoops back up out of the explosion radius. The ship that got partially disabled by Cleo's first skeet bomb is now just landing in the jungle somewhere. You hear actually a crash of it just smashing through the trees.
Oh wow.
Well, I suppose that's 1 point for Team Us. Hoorah!
At that same moment, Dr. Z tries to project Herodotus' shield over Cleo, but Cleo's diving headlong into the cannons and quickly goes out of range of where Dr. Z is trying to aim. But she's, with both paws, she's assembling rather swiftly a strange new device, combining a gel capsule and a bomb, which she throws with surprising accuracy
shit.
right into the midst of the 3 cannons that are trained on her. And there is just a muted explosion, just a splat, as there's just a bright blast of energy, and the gel capsule just sprays everywhere, spraying a thick heaping of it all over the 3 cannons and that general undersection of the command ship, also spraying itself, splattering back all over Cleo and Dactyl.
Alright. I'll take it.
And that's when Herodotus flies in over top, around slightly more to the side. Is Herodotus aiming at the weak point that's being attacked already?
I'm aiming just anywhere. You said it could go through any.
Just anywhere. Okay.
Yeah.
With the dirty Herry.
Okay, I'm gonna have to have another random variable just to determine like what goes wrong here.
Okay. So a D22 or
I'm gonna roll just a D6, I think. No, I'm just gonna roll D4. I'm gonna keep this simple. I've got
that's
a
nice.
few different ideas in mind.
oh no. I know that sounds good to everyone who's playing.
But it
That is not good.
It sound bad to us.
Well, you've rolled
Yeah.
a natural 4 on your D4.
wow.
Oh, okay.
That's,
Better
that's,
than anything else I've
that's-
done.
That's cool.
Herodotus grabbing the dirty Harry, throwing it overarm at the command ship. He completely misses the hull that he was aiming for, but the bomb sails past where he was aiming for, and ends up clipping
God damn it.
one of the cannons on the underside. Anyway, it
Ah,
Okay.
doesn't explode. It bounces off that cannon,
Oh,
flying
no.
with a twist on it now, sort of just flipping through the air.
God damn it.
Ooh.
Before it strikes it reaches a section where it is close enough to enact
Light.
the ship's shield generator. The shield generator zooms out, igniting the bomb.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, both your dactyls, all of you, Cleo still blinded by the gel capsule that's just splattered all over her. Dr. Z is still sort of struggling to unplug his shield generators from Herodotus' armor pack. Your dactyls both just blinded by this light as they're hurled backwards by the force. And
Fed up like a douche, another roller in the night.
for a moment, none of you quite know what's happening, and then you hear a second detonation as the payload that the bomber dropped on the mountain goes off. Ears ringing as you finally come to. You can see
My investment.
that Herodotus has indeed blown a hole through the shield generator, completely disrupted the shields, having split open the hull of the ship and having decimated several of the cannons. But down below, you can also see a large section of the mountain has been blown in and collapsed inward on the tunnels
That's
beneath.
how it's done,
Killing who knows
boys.
how
Now
many
let's
jelly
get
beans.
at them.
The first surgical strike has been struck on both sides, Herodotus. You must get in there and finish this operation quickly.
I don't want to be that guy, sir, but I do have to arrest you on your use of surgical. I know you're trying to get all the medical puns, seeing as you are a doctor. That bombing was carpet style, if you will. There's no precision about it. He bombed a bloody
Doesn't
mountain,
matter, I'm
sir.
going to do whatever I want to do to try and get the point across.
I'm just saying, doctor, I wouldn't like to be in your surgery. Now,
Well, let's hope you don't have to.
In surgery,
Yeah,
we
that
want
is-
to take out the brain and the heart.
Oh my god, it was so hot that day.
I loved that. That was one of the best lines.
Glad that it worked out in the end.
fuck are we talking about?
It's just something that
Last
Dr. Z
episode.
said last episode.
Last episode, I said in surgery we want to take out the heart and the brain, and
And then Dick was like, "No, you don't."
Yeah, I remember that.
it was so hot I couldn't think of anything else.
And Dan just goes, "Well,
Yeah,
it's hot."
I collapsed completely.
I kind of love the fact that Dr. Z might have said that because he actually doesn't really
that's
understand
fucking-
surgery on bipedal
No.
creatures anyway. Like he doesn't even have a heart. Like he does.
Or he just like black market operates, and that's the
Yeah,
shit you want, because that's
Exactly.
that's the
money.
big money.
And I'm after the money, Herodotus. Also, I just linked in the chat, which listeners you'll be able to see on Instagram. It's a image from Doodlehound, and it's the three of us bastards standing in battle-ready
It's
pose.
extremely sexy.
And Cleo is there with her floating armor, keeping her safe, a parachute on her back, and a huge bear gun. Dr. Z standing there, like probably the coolest character
with
you've
his
ever
little
seen.
knife.
Holding it with his like amazingly huge knife, actually.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah. It's not little at all. And then if you look at Herodotus, he looks like an old school sailor.
Oh yes. Oh, this is awesome.
And with all of these descriptions going on at the moment of like explosions going off, that reminds me of just waves hitting the side of a ship. And this
He does have that sort of pose, doesn't he? Like
yeah.
bracing against the side.
And this type of Herodotus looks like he could brace any wave and still take it on with his baton and the ovum in the other hand. And yeah.
Still bring home a load of cod.
I shall conquer the sea in your name.
The art we're
Egg.
talking about will be the tile art for this episode. So
it's a good idea.
There.
so look out
Yeah,
for
it will
that.
be.
But yeah, amazing image. Doodlehound.
Probably looking at it now already.
It's amazing. It's super
I'm
cool.
looking at
It is perfect for this episode. Perfect.
Fatten.
Well, then let's progress
Fine.
things a notch, eh?
Let's fat more.
Let's find some more. I agree.
Yet another bomber, a third bomber, is now diving down, taking a pass.
Damn.
It's now seeing that that where the first one struck, there clearly was some sign of subterranean city. They're aiming for a spot just slightly further in, trying to get closer into the heart of the civilization. Meanwhile, the bomber that already unloaded its payload is soaring in behind your two dactyls with its front-mounted guns, aiming at you. And there's absolute chaos on the underside of the command ship. As the sort of shrapnel and dust clears, and as Cleo is able to get some of the gel out of her face and out of the face of the blinded dactyl beneath her as well,
the light. Yeah.
you can all see the results of Herodotus' handiwork. And you can see now that in the close proximity that you're in, all of the cannons have been disabled. There's still cannons further up along the citadel-like
Nice.
ship, which is still engaged shooting at other jelly people, and they've taken big casualties because of their direct assault. But they have now completely changed tack. They're all now aiming at the section that Herodotus has defeated the shield in, and looking like they are, with several lance strikes, very swiftly prying their way through the outer armor.
Hell.
What are you gonna do?
Okay, so we're under the big boy.
Yeah, you're under the big boy. You got blown away a little bit by the bomb, but you're still, that's like your closest point. But there is.
So all these little boys are aiming at us because we're between them and the big boy, but like if they miss, they'd hit the big boy.
Well, there's 3 of them are sort of still cycling around. They've got like this maneuver where they all come around and then dive bomb the mountain one by one, and then go back up to refuel their bombs. So one of them is in the middle of dive bombing. The other 2 are actually cycling around behind that one. I should keep moving them too. So they've gone around like around the back like that, and they're getting ready to dive as well. There's only one that's actually coming up at you 2.
All right, think about this. So I have 4 jelly caps left, and I have 3 bombs left, and then Dr. Z has the 3 stickies. And the stickies are magnetized, so they can be thrown at a metal object.
Wicked.
So you don't necessarily have to, like, you could throw those when you do use them. Let me update my inventory to show that I only have 4 jellies. Only have 4 jellies left.
I mean, like, some of them have done well. They've mostly been an impediment rather than a help, but
No, they've done amazing so far.
they have allowed for some creative
There's been
outcomes.
some creative shit.
That's the
Yeah.
best thing you can have in a
Exactly.
tabletop encounter, I believe.
So I think I'm just gonna, I would like to shoot. Because this ship doesn't feel close enough for me to trust my dexterity. So this time I'm gonna shoot my custom blaster rifle at it.
Is that at the bomber that's chasing up at you?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Should I roll its roll button or just a regular D20?
Yeah, give me its roll button because you're getting your aim bonus.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh my
God.
god.
I just rolled custom rifle with shield piercing, and it's
No,
a
it's a
20.
dirty 20 though.
It's a yeah,
Well,
but
Still
it's
20.
Whatever.
Still a
Still
20.
It's not
nat
natural.
20.
It's a plastic
Damn,
20.
you just see a parade and you have to piss them.
You have to.
And that shield piercing, that's actually a good choice in this case because you do know that they've
Yeah.
all got shields.
Amen. Fired up.
I'm gonna ignore the damage roll there because we're not rolling for damage.
Good, because the damage was 1.
don't need to advertise that.
Don't tempt him.
Okay. How about the other 2?
What you got?
How close is this other ship? The one that's turning around.
So it has turned the one that's like firing
Yeah.
at you. It's close that you could like literally like as long as Herodotus flew the dactyl in that direction, you could easily get right up.
Like,
to
can
it.
I jump onto it?
As long as Herodotus's action is supplementary towards that, if he's willing to fly in. Close.
I don't want to determine that. So
Well, I mean, technically, actually, no, because you're above it, you could drop down onto it. Yeah.
yeah, could I do like
And use your little magnet
yeah?
feet.
I'm gonna do that then.
Wait, damn, were you just hesitating because you assumed Herodotus would fail?
No,
Well, that's
no,
it. Like, if you
No.
2 are both going for this ship, like, it could be worthwhile for Herodotus to try and take out the bomber because the entire city is going to get bombed at this rate.
My assumption there, Herodotus, was that maybe you'd want to go after Monty and not after this. But
I want to see him right now.
But if you're willing, I would like to go and take out this bomber. If I could hack into its mainframe and take over, I feel like it could turn this fight.
Ooh.
Let's do it, Doctor.
Right.
Herodotus heroically turns the.
Drop me like one of your prom dates, Herodotus.
How dare you, sir? A gentleman always follows through on dates. But never home after midnight. If it is after midnight, you keep the party going till dawn.
No, they turn into a pumpkin. Watch out.
Who you calling a pumpkin bell?
So is this the same one that Cleo's shooting at? Yeah.
The one
Yeah.
that's already dropped.
Well, it
Already
has
dropped
dropped
its
its
load.
bomb. Okay.
Yeah. I'll if that one's the closer one, then I'm thinking I could try and jump onto that and do some damage there.
Cap it. Cap it like it's hot.
Cap it like
Is
it's
it
hot.
bad that I'm shooting at it now that you're trying to like get on it?
No, good
Yes.
distraction.
As long as Cleo doesn't completely sink it,
Fucking
sink the
obliterate
ship
it.
as you're on it, you'll be fine.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, and
Okay.
all right, Herodotus.
Okay. So we're on our way towards the bomber that's coming up. If I understand
Well,
correctly.
at the moment, Cleo's on her way towards it, and Dr. Z is just gonna leap off the back and drop down onto it. So you are free to do.
Oh,
you're free to do
shit.
whatever you like.
Okay.
You can
Okay.
perform your own
Um,
diving maneuver on the bomber that's taking its bombing run, or you could fly in and try and blast your way in.
You know what? That sounds like a
Into-
fucking
into the command
swell
ship.
idea. Nope. I haven't. I need to build my ego a little before I see that beautiful bath. So Herodotus kind of stares hatefully onto the command ship before he dramatically drops backward with his pterodactyl and makes a diving maneuver towards the bomber beneath him.
Ugh, beautiful.
So beautiful. Look at us
Fancy.
bastards all coordinated on one target.
Just like it should be.
Wait, is it a pincer maneuver?
It's a pincer maneuver, exactly. But it's,
I mean,
it's,
in no way is this a pincer maneuver, but you know, if you want to destroy military naming culture,
Wasn't Herodotus going to the bomber with that still has a payload?
yes.
oh, maybe. Okay. All right. Well, then, short-lived. My.
Well, you've still got a pincer maneuver going on the one that's threatening you, and then you've got some supplementary action going on the one that's threatening the city.
Look, I'm into it. We're all doing shit. It's great.
All right, give me a fierce. Oh, actually, so you're going to dive in on it, and what as well? Like you can perform your entire action here.
Oh shit. All right. So we're kind of behind it, coming down.
Yeah, so it's got forward-facing guns and bombs. It has no rear weapons at all. So it can't make any counterattack on you without abandoning its current run.
All right. Are we as fast as it?
I'm gonna say because it's like
It's a fucking
although
bomb.
I've moved it on the map, it's starting this action as you were deciding what to do, so you could be chasing it.
Yeah. But I mean, like, I'm just on a purely technical. Could we catch up to that? It's a fucking modern space airplane.
Well, yeah,
Against-
pterodactyl's got much less wind resistance and gravity
pter-
on its side.
You're
And it's a
dactyl
dinosaur.
boy.
All right. I'm down with it. I'm down with it.
I'm willing to
Um,
believe that you can catch up to it.
Very well, very well. In that case, Herodotus kind of flies in under the wing. I mean, since we're kind of driving at the same trajectory, it's essentially just flying up to the bomb and jiggering the bomb in between them and pulling some sort of splint, I assume?
Oh, shit, man.
Ooh.
Well.
So you're just going to try and preemptively detonate the payload.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we're just fucking this guy up.
I mean, that'll do it.
Yep.
What are your
Sailor Herodotus
what are
to
your
it.
goals in terms of the survival of you and your flying companion?
Oh, I'm hoping we have a little bit of time to get away, but you know, should the worst happen, the worst happens.
All right.
Wow.
So
Desperado dies every day,
it's very much reliant on this roll.
but we live forever.
This is how Herodotus lost a leg.
Yeah, pretty much. But instead of high explosives, it was tequila.
Oh, okay. I'm on board. Ba-da-ba-da-da-da-da.
Give me a d20.
Oh, D20.
All of us? Because I still
Oh,
haven't
no.
rolled either.
Okay, everybody, fucking pray a little, please.
I'd say a little
I don't wanna
Yeah,
lose
you got to
another
roll
leg.
yours too, Dan.
I rolled a natural 20.
I rolled a natural 5.
Well, you're both putting yourselves massively in harm's way. At least one of
Hey,
you
if you did that 5 more times, yours
has some
could be a 22.
guaranteed results.
Taylor, that's such bad math. You said 5 more times it would be a natural.
Oops.
You dumbass.
Okay,
it's-
sorry.
It's a good thing that we're
Almost.
all playing D&D and not trying to make it as mathematicians, huh?
Hey, it's pretty close.
Almost.
Rounds, if you're rounding to the nearest 10,
If you round down, then
round
yeah,
down
it
to the
works.
nearest
Do you
10.
want to know what's even worse, though?
What?
I was thinking about it in, like, terms of money, so I was imagining quarters.
I don't understand quarters. I'm sorry.
So I should have,
Well,
like, I even saw it
five
visually and I
quarters
said
is
that.
not $20.
Oh, right,
Exactly. So it's even worse because I even saw the answer in my brain with my brain eye, and I still said that.
yeah. Well, it was beautiful. It was a good moment.
All right. Well,
Too bad he's gonna die.
he
gonna
has
die.
5.
He's still got his shield though.
Harry.
He's still got his
Yeah,
shield.
we'll see.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So Cleo, quickly swiveling around on her dactyl and redrawing her custom rifle, switching it to shield piercing, and taking fire at the ship that is gunning at her. She blasts at it. The shield piercing rounds just completely bypassing the shields, shattering a large section of the front of the ship. It's at that exact moment that Dr. Z drops off the dactyl that as Herodotus dives down, right when he's above it, falling down, and
Making
right,
my way downtown.
right as the
flying
shield
down.
piercing munitions disrupts the shield, he himself drops down onto the ship, landing with magnetic grip like some kind of four-limbed crab ducking underneath the shield as it re-engages.
Oh wait, fuck. Did you wait? What?
What?
The doctor didn't jump onto the one that I'm fucking up.
No.
No. It's another one. It's the one that Cleo. It is the one that Cleo's been shooting at, though.
Yeah, that's cool.
But Cleo's shooting, in fact, has enabled your perfect landing.
And that's how we work.
And as well as this perfect landing, Dr. Z has an opening because he can see once he gets there that Cleo has shattered enough of the windshield off this bomber that an enterprising sort of electro knifer or some such could probably chop their way all the way inside.
I mean, you know I'm gonna do it.
Did you just say enterprising electro knife?
I'm in an enterprising electro-knife. I'm gonna do that.
That's a fucking amazing sentence, I'm just saying.
Not fearing quite so luckily, Herodotus dives down, chasing after the bomber.
Heroically.
And again, I'm gonna roll a d4 to determine the negative outcome here.
No, must you?
Oh, Harry, you can do it. 3.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I had something specific in mind for a 3.
Uh-oh. Is it cookies and tea? Otherwise, I do believe
A full pipe
this
and a
might
comfy
become
leather
a
chair.
rather dreary and deadly affair.
Yeah.
Herodotus
I am afraid.
diving under. He can see as he's diving under that he's hit the bomber right at the bottom of its dive, and
Uh-oh.
the bomb is detaching. There's a clunking noise right as he's reaching it of the bomb detaching from the underside. Right as he manages to get his hands on it,
Oh,
and all of a sudden, the weight comes onto him.
Oh, no.
The bomber is
am I fucking Doctor Strange loving this? Oh no.
the bomber diving back
This
upwards,
is not good.
having somewhat completed his mission, leaving him behind as Herodotus' eyes widen as the full weight of this enormous bomb comes into his arms, and he feels himself being tipped upside down with the pterodactyl, hanging on for dear life.
Oh, shit.
Well, this brings me back to the old powerlifting days. Yes. I do believe we're in a pickle. What should we do, bird?
Good question.
He says with a rather moronic sense of humor, trying to get the fucking pterodactyl to react. Can he does Herodotus have a sense of whether or not the pterodactyl can maybe carry this
Well,
weight?
it seems as though the pterodactyl can probably carry the weight. You are struggling with it. So you're at this point where like you're kind of hanging on to it just as the weight of it drops down, and you've got precious few seconds in which to decide whether to try and detonate it, whether to just let it drop, whether to try and swing it towards a new target. You've got precious few moments while it's in your grasp.
Okay. Get us out of the water, you overgrown root tesserae.
Right. Okay, let's. I think this is going to have to be its own action, so I'll set up the next round of what's going on then.
Yep. Do it.
So as Herodotus and his dactyl are attempting to steer away with this bomb, the one in the bomber that has already expanded its payload that Dr. Z has now mounted is flying somewhat blind with a robotic form in front of it, and he starts jiggling around trying to shake Dr. Z loose.
Yeah, I'll laugh.
Meanwhile, up above Cleo, the jellies have finally pried open the hull of the ship, and you can see one or two dactyls have in fact landed, and they are boarding through a hole that they've made on the underside.
Nice.
At that same moment, yet another bomber is making its diving pass down, sort of on its way towards where Herodotus has been dealing with the prior. So Herodotus is going to try and get this thing to a safe over ocean location. So let's get a D20 on that.
Fuck.
Yeah! Yes!
Natural 20. All right,
Yes!
all right.
Yes, Herodotus.
Oh my god.
Just like I planned it for maximum drama.
That was maximum.
I love it when a plan comes together like that.
What are the other two of you going to do?
Yeah, what do you lose? I mean,
So let me do a double check on all of these like little ships. So the one down here, this one is dead.
Yeah, that one's it still has a bomb, and its wing has been damaged, so it's landed.
The one I just circled, I imagine he's the one that landed.
That one still has a bomb, but it has been put out of action. This one has made its bombing pass, but Dr. Z is on it.
Yes.
This one has had its bomb snatched off it by
That's the one that Harry took the bomb.
Herry. And then the other two are yet to make their bombing pass on the city.
Shit. Okay. So this one and this one are just regular.
Yeah, they're ones that you have not yet interacted with because they were cycling around. Yeah.
Okay.
Back.
Who's the blue? The blue marker is Harry.
The blue mark
or-
is Herry on his Herodacital.
And then I'm this pink.
Yeah.
Okay.
I should have just used our normal markers. What's our Cleo and our Z up to?
Okay. So I'm gonna leave Herodotus's situation to him because he looks like he's got it in hand.
I've got it covered, Bear.
And
You
Dr. Z
piss on someone
is-
else's honey nest.
Ah!
Sorry, Bear, that's the battle lust talking through me.
Oh, you all right, Harry? You got it. You got it. You're down there you're busy as a one-legged cat in a sandbox, trying to.
I don't know what your strange animal, sexual, kinky stuff is all about, and I don't care to find out. Do that. And I'll leave you to your perversions
Gotta
and
heat
do
it
your
up
job, sir.
somehow. Gotta
Do
heat it
your
up somehow.
duty by your god, sir.
All right, Dr. Z is probably okay because he has magnetized to that spaceship and he has the stickies.
Right.
I mean, all you hear coming from my radio frequency is.
All right then.
There's Hannibal
And
Lecter
I-
being like, I ate his liver with a nice Chianti. It's just that sound.
Herodotus has got continuously held in his arms the big, nasty, torpedo-like
nasty.
payload that he's
Ooh, that big nasty payload.
nasty payload.
that he's taken from the bottom
taken
side
it.
of the bomber,
He's taking
And
it
he's-
from the bottom side.
and he's trying to swing that out over the ocean to drop it safely therein.
I mean,
At the
you
same
would.
time, Dr. Z has managed to penetrate the
I'm
shields
sorry, it's too much.
of a bomber, and he's he's primed and ready to further penetrate
You can't do this, Dick!
Christ, Dick, stop it!
the hole in the windshield.
Oh shit, this is starting to sound a little inappropriate. With all the penetrations on the dick, stop it.
The jelly
We're in too
people
deep.
are they're docking their
doesn't
bodies
stop.
inside the hole on the exterior of the
Inside the
say-
hole?
Did you just say that somebody's docking?
they're docking
Inside the hole.
docking
yeah.
their bodies inside the hole of the
What?
of the command ship. And another bomber is beginning its dive bomb to try and take another swing at the city below.
Swing.
Okay.
But we've all done our roles, right? So
No,
we're all.
no, you haven't even decided what you're doing.
Oh fuck. All right.
Okay, I know what I want to do.
You go.
So I'll go first.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm gonna leave the Dr. Z ship alone. Harry's got control of that ship.
I need
the
to go
ship
splash
that's
myself with
closest-
cold water.
Yeah. This one right here that is nearest to me that no one is interacting with.
So that's the one that's about to drop its bomb.
Yeah, I'm gonna do something about that. So I would like to dispatch another 2 bombs. They are the twin 19s. And the way that they work is they are connected by a really fancy cable.
So you got like a bowler, yeah?
Yeah. But the cable's magnetic, so even if it doesn't really like wrap around that good, it's gonna stay.
No, I will allow that. That sounds awesome.
And it's called the twins.
Ooh.
So that's my move.
That's freaking cool. Yeah, right, give me a roll for this twin hurler.
Oh, a 10.
Oh, you're
I thought
lucky.
I s-
You're lucky you got that magnetic rope in the middle.
Yep. That is correct.
And what's the Z? The Z Master gonna?
Well, you told me that there was an opening for some type of blade attack to try and get into the ship. So I'm gonna go for that and try and start stalking my way through the ship to try and take over this.
Under the assumption that you will be able to get through. What's your sort of like? If you rip it open, are you gonna jump in and attack the pilot? You're gonna jump in and try and assume control of the vessel.
If I see a pilot, I will mind hack them and use their knowledge of the ship to my advantage. But if I don't see a pilot and it's just like scrubs, then yeah, there would just be surgery.
All right then.
17.
Bada bing.
So wait, when you say it's just surgery, would you say is it brains and hearts? You mean?
That's brains and hearts, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's like standard surgery physique. That's what surgery means. It's just, you know.
Okay,
And
let's
the pain.
get this thing going. So all at once, we've got a few things happening. Herodotus, on the verge of dropping this thing, steers his dactyl out away from the mountain to the nearest bit of ocean, and with a last-minute fling, with his last moment of strength before it drops out of his hands and slips out of his well-greased palms, it flings out at a trajectory.
His well-greased palm.
Airy palm.
It flings out at the perfect trajectory to land safely, or moderately safely, in the ocean. Whereupon it detonates, and there's just water shockwaves flying everywhere. The ocean's suddenly like a complete uproar. There's
Wait, is this the
fish.
huge bomb that he had?
No, this is the even bigger bomb from the bomber,
Oh, right.
because he yoinked it off the bottom of the ship just as it deployed.
Ah, right.
It is a big bomb, though. Yes, but it looks as though all jelly civilization was spared the explosion. As he rolled a natural 20, it's all one sort of fluid motion as the dactyl soars back up towards the battle, allowing Herodotus to, be ready to make some sort of magnificent maneuver on his return. While all that's happening, Dr. Z, deploying twin blades from his 2 robotic limbs, one of them even more upgraded than the first,
Yeah.
makes short work. We're talking 17 of the windshield, just completely slicing around the edges and tearing it off And inside, he sees a very frightened-looking member of Monty's party. He's a human security guard, basically. He's dressed in rather basic armor, although you can see that underneath his body armor, he seems to be wearing sort of a light patterned shirt, much like Monty was wearing earlier.
He seems to be rather mighty.
He's got big aviator
rich.
glasses, big aviator glasses, and a thin moustache, and a sort of a very worried look in his face as Dr. Z
Oh boy,
barges
you
in.
might as well have pissed yourself.
And a quick scanning reveals that he's a talented pilot, but not much of a fighter.
The duck's got your D, boy.
Can I do anything, or is this?
Well, you're gonna mind hack him, yeah? If he's
I'm gonna mind hack him, yeah. But I just want to say to him like, I can touch you with this, and reach out a tentacle, or I can touch you with this
son.
and reach out the energy blade.
Yo.
He just completely like cowers in the seat, shrinking away, rather horrified, looking at either suggestion.
All right, I reach out with the tentacle.
Alrighty. So I sort of imagine you sort of like somehow sort of crouch the suit somewhere in behind the pilot and then eject and sort of just face hug him.
It's like a teabagging motion.
I guess you drop out the bottom of the bowl, it's like onto his face as the suit on autopilot sort of just jumps over and sits itself in the back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, you drop out and latch onto this poor person's head, and you get inside and have full control, full access
Nice.
for the minute, and you can you've got an immediate understanding of flying this vessel and shooting its one gun.
Amazing.
Concurrently. What's happening? So Cleo swings her way down towards the attacking bomber and hurls with a bear paw fling. It's not a very good throw. She throws it, and it's immediately because one bomb gets released.
It's good for a bear.
It's good for a bear, yeah. One bomb gets released sooner than the other, and they're just sort of like spinning in midair, like really off their axis in a sort of way. But they do clip the wing of the bomber, wrapping around, and then there's just a beep beep, and then an explosion.
Oh shit.
You know, that sounds like a great throw to me. I'm going to applaud the bear
Open applaud.
for doing
You
a
stand
hell of a
up,
job, no matter what impossible beauty standards for throwing are these days. I'm just gonna say, I'm sick and tired of these
These Olympic
I'm gonna say
throwing
pitch
standards.
just applying standards that no one can live up to in a modern kind of lifestyle. It's not okay. It's not okay. It's pitch shaming people, and I won't have it.
It's bear shaming.
Not on your watch.
Bear
brother.
shaming, indeed.
Okay.
Not
We
okay.
can't all just sit up and wave when a car drives by and throws out a hot dog bun.
And what difference does it make anyway?
What difference does it make?
She threw a great pitch. Doesn't matter if it looked like shit.
She shot her shot. All right.
And you know
that's
what?
what is
It
important.
looked like dog shit, but she hit
It looked
the
like
target.
dog shit, but it was really bear shit.
Yeah. And that is
And it was magnet bear shit, so it's sticking to the wall even if it didn't hit the target.
or to the bombs.
Enjoy the smear art.
This, which, if you're being clever about it, you could call smart.
So what happens is the first bomb strikes the energy shields of the bomber, immediately detonating and just decimating the energy shield as it's inflicted. At that same point, the chain between them wraps around the wing and then detonates the second bomb, which blows the wing off the bomber. But more importantly, it detonates the payload of the bomber as well, causing an immense explosion in midair, sending Cleo and her dactyl rather off course, flying out the way. But also, the bomber that had just had its payload by Herodotus was aiming its way up towards Cleo, and it is also knocked off its axis by this explosion. Meanwhile, up above, you can hear and see, and in fact, a few soldiers come raining down from above as it looks like the jellies are hurling them out the hole as they make their assault.
Holy fuck.
Fucking hell.
Hey, doctor. It's raining men, but...
Hallelujah.
It's raining men. Oh!
Amen.
Crazy.
I said a hip, a hop, a hip it, a hip, a hip, a hip, hip, hop, and you don't stop, a rocking to the bang, bang. No, you said rapping, so I was just getting on, the Sugar Hill Gang.
What you hear is not a test. I'm rocking to
I'm
the
rapping to the beat. Me, friend, and friend, trying to move your feet.
Hotel, motel, holiday.
Holiday.
There's only a few
Say
lines on
what?
that, I know.
Beautiful.
It's an amazing
Encore
song. I love that bass line.
Encore.
Yeah, that bass line they stole from Chic. Yeah. Yeah, the band. They had a song called Good Times, I think. Something like that. And the whole song behind Sugar Hill Gang is that.
Really?
Got sued for it and everything. And then afterwards they all squared it away, and then they went touring together.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
Evan, not just a pretty face.
as all this is
face.
going on,
I know
as
things.
that information is sinking in, the bomber that had been blown off its axis
shit.
by Cleo decides to, given how many of these things have been taken out, it instead flies straight back up to the command ship to try and reload and get another bomb. At the same time,
That's not okay.
the one remaining circling bomber makes its dive, but as it comes round, almost sort of like flying out of the sun, silhouetted, you see another shape flying nearby. And in formation, as the bomber comes down into view, you see Monty. He's sitting on board he's exposed on board a very high-tech looking speeder. It's a small, agile thing. It looks very, very fast and very dangerous. He's doing loop-de-loops around the bomber as it comes down. It's got a rather big gun on it, and you can see that he is coming out to personally defend the payload of this one.
Okay. So as Herodotus sees the
Cannot speak his name. You heartbreaker. I shall have your liver with a fine Chianti.
and Herodotus just fucking straight up charges.
You had to go and make this difficult, didn't you, Harry?
You never loved me.
I wouldn't say that, but what is
Then
love?
how?
What is love to a man?
How could you leave?
What? It wasn't I who left, Harry. You've been
Don't pretend you don't know what I'm talking about.
gallivanting about on your backwater planets.
You and Griselda were supposed to be forever.
How could I stay in the military without my companion, my man-at-arms?
That is no excuse for abandoning your honor and your sworn world of fealty to code more ancient than either of the intergalactic entities known as the Memory. How could you? We swore ourselves to eternal brotherhood, and you betray me? For what? For the sheer great feeding of outfoxing an enemy, of triumphing in the most ignoble of battlefields? Is that what you would sell us for?
Then let it be a noble end for one of us at least. And he dives down ahead of the bomber, drawing from his back a telescopic energy baton. Sort of extends
like
out.
a lance?
Extends out like an energy lance, perhaps. Yes.
Oh, fuck.
As he whips it around.
Fucking hell, Harry. Could you not just have a normal
Lances and
relationship?
pistols at dawn. I don't happen to have my artillery with me, do I?
Yeah, do you have Dilbert with you?
We never.
I don't know.
We never said whether or not you did. So that means you do. You know, because it's part of your
fucking pterodactyl holding him
part
in
of
the...
your standard kit. You know, so
Oh, nice. Okay.
you did get
So
onto
I'm gonna
like a big beefy pterodactyl. But
Yeah, is the pterodactyl carrying it then?
I think it's just like strapped on, onto the little saddle along with you.
All right.
Squire!
There's a rather emotionless beep from the targeting system of the field gun.
You sound like a bloody urchin. A little bit of Oxbridge in you, yeah.
I like that.
Maybe I can beat it into you, boy.
Well, I like the notion as well, like, because Dilbert, he had to do a very quick job, so he's missing, like, a lot of his operating circuits. He's basically, he's put the essence of himself, his soul, if there is such a thing, in there. But he's missing a lot of key components to allow him to function. We've not really
haven't really
delved
explored
into what it's capable of or what it
I
does.
have realized this while editing the episodes. I'm like, man, Dilbert happened, and we all kind of forgot about it. That Dilbert is this thing
I
that
didn't
was.
forget him.
Well, that's good, Cleo. But,
I have a note on my recap pad that says, remember that Dilbert is in the ship, because I was thinking at some point we should call the ship to activate the Dilbert system
Ooh.
so that he could shoot up some of these things with us.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Because
Maybe
now
that's
we have
better.
like a highly, like we already have Reese, but like
Yeah, where the fuck is Reese? We should get Reese to help us out with this.
Very good point.
This looked like it might not be as bad as it really is.
Yeah, maybe Reese can come and fucking clean this up.
But like Reese has help now.
Reese
does
is also
Reese-
a pretty boy now because he's just had a paint job, or it's
Yeah,
just had a paint
but Reese
job.
doesn't have to be responsible for the weaponry because Dilbert is doing that. now.
Dilbert's the gunner.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
that is
Right,
important.
right.
You could install Dilbert like as a
It's like a turret.
Like a-
And I have a mobile turret that's in the spaceship because I didn't bring it.
Squire, aim for his heart.
there's a sort of just a dimming of a light as the artillery pivots, and you can see it sort of it's almost sort of like it's squinting into the sun with its visual thing as it's jiggling as though it's training itself, constantly following.
Ooh. Herodotus takes out his pistol and aims it up at the great betrayer, and starts taking pot shots, shouting, "Follow my tracer!"
Oh, that's pretty good. It's give me a d20 for this.
All right. This is not gonna end well.
Might end
So
great.
it does.
9.
Got a 9.
9.
It is below average, I will have to admit. As Monty is charging tearfully, it looks like, with his energy lance upon this this speedster. And it's a long, thin hot rod of a flying vehicle with just a big gun on the front, and he's just sort of sat striding across its like a saddle, and it's very fast.
Samurai.
It looks to have some sort of.
Monty always had a white hot rod.
As he charges down, it is leaving the bomber behind him somewhat exposed. What are the other two?
I don't know yet.
You don't know?
Because I only have one bomb left.
Okay. All right. I'll go first, and then you can maybe that'll open
Yeah,
up something for you.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know, but
Oh!
I'm on the ship, right? And I've just taken over the pilot.
Yeah.
I've just this ship I'm inhabited has just expended its bombs, so I'm going to fly back towards the main ship and try and dock at it as normal,
Okay.
and ask for rebombing, refueling,
And
rearming.
of course, the gentleman whose mind you have hacked knows exactly how to do this, being a professional bomber.
Exactly, that's what
So
I'm
it's-
going for,
yeah.
Dickie. Yeah,
Bada bing.
yeah.
I like it. Give me a d20.
All right.
Well, I'm gonna see what Cleo does first. I don't want to roll by myself.
Okay. Let me just double check the status. So we've got one ship on the ground. We've got Dr. Z taking over another ship. Herry has taken down another ship that he's wrestling with the payload of, and that is over.
That's over. So now Harry is charging with Dilbert at directly at Monty. Monty is guarding the final bomber.
Yes. And so Monty is attached to the final bomber, and then what happened to the ship that got hit with the twins?
That one was blown to hell.
Okay, great. So, I'm going to take my dactyl and I'm gonna head back to where the jellies have penetrated the citadel.
Cleo's going.
Yeah.
Damn.
And obviously I'm gonna get in because they've made a hole. They've breached. Right?
Mhm.
So then, so far I haven't actually done anything that I need to roll for, I guess.
You better think of something.
Actually, that's
Okay,
kind
well-
of the case with Dr. Z as well, to be honest.
Oh, really?
Because because Unless
right,
you're
well-
gonna make him roll for like psychic connection.
Well, I thought that maybe he would have to like fool the password or something, but if I don't need to do that, then I'm just going to keep it there, and I'm going to eventually detonate it in that ship and try and escape myself. I'm
so
going to
then
get them
maybe
to.
my move should be to like pick you up.
Well, there we go. Yeah, that could work. Cleo,
Because
I'm
I
going to
see
need
you
rendezvous at the bottom entrance of the bomb bay.
Yeah, because if you can give him an out,
out.
he can literally just take the bomb and drop it on the fucking mothership.
Cleo, I think you're going to see the best explosion these stickies could ever do. And yeah.
I never pass up an explosion.
Yeah, I will fly the ship in under the guise of getting refilled with bombs, plant my stickies, and jump out of the bomb bay and be a living bomb jumping to safety.
Onto my dactyl.
Into Cleo's arms.
Okay, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm loving this as a plan. That's
And I
shit,
have just
man.
rolled.
Holy shit, Cleo just rolled a natural 20.
Oh, things are about to get very fun around here.
So I
And
guess
I
you
rolled a
better
2.
make sure.
Fuck.
So I guess I'm definitely gonna
Oh
catch
my.
you, but something
Like
else
it
is
could
gonna
ever
happen
work
too.
out. It could never do what we wanted.
I mean, it was a pretty audacious plan, you gotta admit.
Hey, Harry, you would have made up this plan. It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it wasn't good. I'm just saying,
We don't deserve.
you
to
shot,
have
you shot,
anything.
you shot, baby. You shot, you
We
shot.
don't deserve. Yeah. We shot our shot, and we don't deserve
Okay.
it.
All right.
Let's make this happen. Herodotus, charging,
Looks like fuck. How am I going to do this?
charging.
It's like
This
head on.
doesn't even work.
There's a succeed and a fail. How does that work?
Well, I mean, obviously, Cleo is gonna rescue you because she's got a natural 20. But your attempt
Thank
to
God.
Boilers.
take everything out has got a 2 on it.
or as Cleo calls them, facts.
Hot take.
I mean,
Take.
natural 20 is a natural
take.
20. Yeah, I can't have her rescue attempt fail now.
You can't. And just so you know, for those of you who are listening with your eyes and your ears, whenever I say hot take, it's spelled P-A-Y-K-E.
Oh.
And for those of you listening with your heart, we appreciate you.
Da-da-da.
The more you know.
Carry on, Dick.
Herodotus closing in on Monty as Monty similarly is closing in on him with his lance spread. He fires some wild shots with his pistol, not striking true, but giving Dilbert that all-important reference information that his machine brain needs to make his shot,
I'm a genius.
which he does. Dilbert finally sees the shot and takes it. Herodotus's wild shots sort of flying past, Monty completely ignoring them and leveling the lance down directly at Herodotus's chest. And Dilbert takes the shot. It strikes true, striking the shield that has been generated around Monty's vessel.
Oh, fuck.
Monty is slightly knocked off course as he charges in a direct collision course with on Herodotus. His lance going off to the side and nicking the wing of the dactyl. As in a moment they bodily crash into one another. Herodotus being swept up by Monty, his energy shield absorbing the blow as the dactyl cries out with pain and flails away. He finds himself detaching from the dactyl and being carried off into the air on board Monty's vessel, Monty's space bike.
Shit.
The dactyl, with Dilbert still mounted on its back, is just sort of flying off weakly, one wing obviously being clipped by the energy lance, but still seeming alive and vaguely airborne.
Okay. I guess, I don't know. Is it my turn?
I'll play out the other guy's stuff as well, but I feel like
Okay.
a little bit of banter wouldn't be off the cards.
All right.
How about you son of something foul? The cat tracked in on a particularly smelly day.
Oh,
How about you?
get off me, Herry!
I'll get you off, more like. What's wrong with you?
As the two old war buddies sort of wrestle on board this ridiculously high-speed speeder. High-speed speeder. I should have given it a definite noun right at the beginning.
Do it now.
I'm going to call
Do
it a
it
speeder.
now.
It's a speeder.
Oh.
It's an air speeder.
As the two, what are we? Centenarians. Break apart for a moment. Herodotus has a brain flash and sort of says out of nowhere, oh, this reminds me of that time in Peleroo, don't you know? Do you remember? Just before he goes in for another punch.
Well, certainly, Harry. Although, I think you will find things were around the other way.
Ah, Monty, but then you never knew what way anything really was, did you? I remember Helena and that bottle of castor oil. Ha ha! You screamed like a stuck marmot. What a fool you made of yourself and the uniform that night. Helena remembers.
You cad! I never knew you knew of that. Ah, you will not survive this day, Harry.
'Cause I was there. You were so drunk you never remembered me nor the orchestra. Now had you cur. And then you call me unfinished cheese.
There was an orchestra. And he didn't remember.
Then bloody well better be. I paid good money for them to be there. They played the oompa all night long.
Oh, jeez.
How did someone not notice an orchestra?
Well, the
When you're
the
blowing a
opium flowed
dandelion with
freely
your
that
friend
night.
and you just
And,
and you're eating a piece of gum that you found under a desk with, and they eat the same piece of gum and then you put it back under the desk, but it goes back into your mouth and it's got hair in it, and you're not sure whose hair it is, and then
Then you're not entirely sure if it is hair of something much crueler in terms of fate. And you forget to ask questions, for the fear rules you.
I feel like he might
You
have
become more animal than man. Oh, God.
he might simply have thought that the orchestra was like his internal soundtrack, you know?
It's pretty
Yes.
great. This is great.
But the broom handle he should have felt. I say should have. The absinthe did him in. He didn't speak for 4 days. He didn't breathe for 2. Somehow, on the 3rd day, he spoke of virgins and grapes. Then he died for a time. It's a long story. We can tell it over drinks later. Have at you!
Getting more and more furious and flustered as Monty is pounding his fists at back at Herodotus. Meanwhile, Dr. Z has palmed in through his commandeered human body. Dr. Z docks into the recharge port. The shield opens up long enough to allow the ship that he stolen body is piloting in. He docks into the station, and immediately you can see soldiers rushing underneath and reloading another big bomb onto the bottom of the ship.
Can I put the speakerphones on?
Yeah.
Say, join us, brothers. Let's take the final strike to them and be a part of glory for Monty.
Try and get as many soldiers to join the ship as possible.
Tally-ho, then. Oh, yes. Oh, just an engineer, but I wouldn't mind having a good look at the explosion.
And several of them jump on board. As you're going to sort of sneak out at the same time, like in your robot body, to attach the stickies and then dive out to be caught by Cleo. That was the sort of goal, wasn't it?
Yeah. That's too cool.
Okay, well, you have rolled a 2, of course.
Yeah, I've rolled a 2. Yeah. No, you're right.
So I'm going to have several options of what goes wrong here. Hopefully it's not a worst case scenario.
Let's go with. Oh shit! You just rolled a 1. Fuck!
I did just roll a 1.
oh,
Worst case
no.
scenario is happening. Shit.
Oh, no.
So detaching himself from the commandeered body and quickly getting back into his battle suit, Dr. Z leaps out the destroyed windshield, planting the sticky bombs as he sort of, I'm imagining sort of leapfrogs his way out, with one in each hand, just going dunk,
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that way. Yeah.
and just diving out the entrance from which he came in. The engineers looking in horror as this robotic jellyfish creature leaps out past them. But
I send them a quick telepathic message of like,
Ha!
as he sort of turns back and like gives them a cocky wave and a ha-ha, flying out into the air.
Yeah.
He then strikes the inside of the energy shields and tears his way through them, his armor getting ripped up.
fucking hell. There go my new limbs.
In fact, the only part of his body that isn't particularly damaged by this maneuver is the new arm, which is actually military grade armor. The bowl in particular has got cracks forming all around the front of it where it's struck the force field.
Well, I guess you're lucky that I have money.
So I'm a bowl with one arm now?
No, you're not completely dismayed, but the arms, like they're sparking and flailing. One of your legs is bent backwards.
Dick, I'm okay with it if I'm a bowl with one arm now. That's fine, but
I mean, a bowl with one arm.
He just wants to know, you know.
I would just like to know. Give me the truth, Doctor. Tell me, how bad is it?
He's a DM, not a doctor.
So you're more like a bowl with one arm, one stump, one malformed, twisted wreck of what once was a leg.
Oh fuck, that's really bad.
And also a fucking jellyfish.
And one sort of somewhat sort of skeletal remains of a leg that seems to have lost much of its exterior parts, but still has most of the functioning pistons and gears.
Oh Jesus!
But I'm here to pick your ass up.
Oh shit! I'm glad I got a fucking date organized. Damn.
Well, you know what though? In my inventory, I still have your old hand, the old Dietz hand, the old Dietz leg, the Rango hand.
Fuck! I'm just gonna become a mixed match of everything. Alright,
So,
well,
yeah.
I'm fine. I'm fucking flying through the air with broken limbs and everything. Still can't feel anything because I can only feel my own
Looking like
jellyfish
the
body.
inside of my bucket.
Although you can probably feel the those sort of terrible vibrations through the water as the cracks form on the bowl.
Oh, fuck that. Yeah, I can feel that, definitely.
As you sail into space, free falling for a moment. And then from behind one of the deactivated cannons swoops Cleo upon her dactyl, swooping in and catching you in a bear hug with one arm, dragging your limp, flapping, destroyed body on board as she
disgusting.
as she swoops down away as the explosions begin.
Cool bears don't look at explosions.
Can I look at Cleo, and this is kind of an ode to the Garcia Station episode, but can I look at her knowing that I've lost a bunch of body parts and say,
Does it work?
Oh. It works, baby.
The hat definitely got
It
burnt
works
off
real
though.
good.
the hat's still there, right?
The hat has been disintegrated.
Oh, fuck.
You can't pull fabric through a force field and expect it to exist.
Oh, no. Okay, then it's
We're going to the mall right after this.
it's definitely a pained voice of like,
Does it work?
It worked. It worked.
First, the stickies.
Work.
The stickies go off with the usual huge explosions that Cleo causes. But at that point, the bomb that was on board your bomber goes off, and suddenly the entire bombing dock just becomes this massive explosions as one by one the munitions inside there, normally well protected by the energy field, are exploded. And as you pull away, you can see the ship splitting in half as further explosions on the inside are just coursing through it. The other bomber that was attempting to refuel completely gone in the explosion. The whole thing just starts tearing apart, and large, big chunks of the ship are now falling down, raining upon all of you.
wait, it's blowing up which ship though?
The big one.
So the one I just tried to recharge is blowing up inside the belly of the other one.
Yeah, but
Yes.
that has set off all the, because you're in the bomber bay and they've got loads of bombs in there. It's like, and there's a chain reaction. They're all going off, and it's splitting the command ship in half.
Now this is pod racing.
Yes, I agree.
Dang.
Let's look at Cleo and say,
It works, mate. It works.
You better believe it, dude.
And so at this point,
Believe it.
Monty and Herodotus wrestling on top of Monty's speedster. There's one bomber left, and you can see that bomb was going for a dive bomb on the mountain, and then the command ship explodes. And thinking discretion, the better part of valor, you see the ship immediately turn tail and start heading back towards the compound. But as all this is happening, Monty is well aware that everything has not got in his way. Damn you, Harry! You're always too competent for your own good. I should have known better that I could tussle with you and live to tell the tale. We'll have to go down together. And he steers the speedster straight down towards the mountain, like making just a kamikaze down into the hole below. And that,
Oh, you old drama queen.
and I think that's where we can end the episode.
Oh,
shit, that's so fucking tense. I want to know what
Dang.
happens with Harry and his lover. That's so cool.
Yeah, brew me too.
I mean, we made it to the end of that entire action scene, I think.
That's the first action scene we've done really well. That's our first action scene as well, you know?
Well, we normally try and do it in full combat, which can work, but it can also stretch it out for like 3 episodes long.
I mean, we just did an entire combat scene in one episode.
Yeah, made it
That
quite a
is
bit
amazing.
faster. I think whenever
That
we
is
do any
amazing.
sort of complex scenarios, we'll run it like this. We don't have to have quite as many motions and dice rolls.
It was really amazing doing it like this. It worked really well. Wow, Harry! Oh my God, I'm so excited to see how you and Monty figure this out.
It's going to be difficult to learn to trust again.
What about you, Cleo? You're still riding your dactyl, so you're fine.
I'm still on my boy, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
My, twin flames. But I'm definitely, like, feeling the feels
Mm.
because my good friend, Dr. Z, is,
He's a bit fucked up right now. He's kind of
a little ripped.
bit
little
ripped
ripped.
up. Bit ripped up.
But I've got stuff. We can rebuild him faster, meaner.
Oh,
know?
I'm looking forward.
More squishy.
Dr.
Yeah.
Z is going to go from being like quite stock to being like pretty fucking boxcar derby. You know, like
I love the idea that he dropped off and he sort of like spun in midair. Yeah, did like a double bird towards the engineers. It's like, fuck you guys, see ya. And then suddenly like getting melted through the force field.
Okay, when you say it like that, it's pretty funny.
Yeah. It's like the Adam Sandler hot rod thing where he just falls down the hill for 5 minutes.
I like it.
I'm loving it.
Mm-hmm.
But like the core of Dr. Z's genius is preserved in
In the bowl. The bowl is fine and it's not accessible by Cleo.
Well, but
alright?
it is
So don't
because
let it
I know
happen.
the secret.
Yeah, she learned it.
Yeah, well, I
Remember?
don't know that, so I'm not going to let you do it.
She did a dice roll and everything.
I'm gonna
It was a
I don't
pivotal
know it,
plot moment,
so-
apparently.
Yeah.
For me it was. So.
It's about to be, yeah.
And for you too, it will be
Yeah.
one day. I am probably not going to launch that weapon at this moment, due to your disadvantaged state. But just know that as a out of character individual, that like I got the money.
Yeah, I agree.
I had to make so many little like drawings to keep track of shit during this episode,
Yeah.
and I still don't know if I kept track of all of the little ships.
Well, it was an amazing run. I loved the new sequence that you
Yeah,
took
that
us
was
through,
fun.
Dickie.
I
It was
like
really
that.
cool.
I quite like that we actually we had
It
the
was
5
first
bombers
for
and we
us.
had like 5 passes and like that worked out perfectly. We did it all in like 5 in those 5 turns. Like you ended up taking out the
Really, really
mothership
cool.
and getting into the fight with Monty. It felt
love it.
right. It was
And-
it's good.
And now Monty and Herodotus get to have their final showdown. Or maybe not their final showdown. Maybe it's their reunion showdown. I
And you
don't know.
only let
But-
like a big chunk of the city get blown up. Like it was only one bomb fell.
Yeah, but remember in the previous
I'm
episode,
an investor,
we told them
not a
all to
savior.
retreat to Hell's Deep.
Yes.
You know, we
That's
told them
true.
all
So
to
you
go
know
sit-
you
hide
know that sort of
themselves, so
the children and so on were not there.
it'll be a minimal collateral damage. I hope.
Well, they're just jellies.
Yeah. Well.
Wait, we like
well,
them.
Rick, that's kind of me as well. You ding dong.
You, yeah, exactly.
You're a sea jelly, not a land jelly.
And also,
thank
you know,
I
like
appreciate the,
we're
just
on
the-
first
the
we're on
comparison.
first name basis, and
Yeah, yeah.
and you speak, you know, smart.
Yeah, I
and,
appreciate it. All right.
You know,
you know what? I'm better than all of them.
Yeah,
Fuck 'em.
you've adapted to the ways of the empire. You've understood your place in the great
Yeah.
hierarchy of things. Pretty far down.
Appreciate that.
But anyway,
Mm.
I do have the patrons.
All right, let's thank some patrons.
Cool. Okay, so it's really exciting. It's really exciting. We have some new patrons since the last time that we did this.
Oh my god.
New ones?
Yeah. I'm gonna start with the old ones, but the new ones is coming. So just open
Yeah, let's get rid of these
open
old
your
ones.
ears and peel your eyes because it's here. It is. Cheaper by. I'm never
Cheaper
gonna.
by the
Cheaper
dungeon.
by the dungeon.
It's like I always start speaking it and then I go. You know, you have to sing it.
You gotta sing it.
gotta
You
sing
can't not
it.
sing it. You gotta do it.
So they're veterans. So it's
Yeah.
only right to mention them first. But they they need to come back.
They need to come back.
They need to come back.
Where you at, Seth? Where you at? We're calling you out.
Send one of your people as tribute or like open the door.
Send Zippy. I want to kill Zippy.
Oh boy.
I feel like Zippy and Z have a natural kind of competitiveness that needs to be solved.
I'm sure that'll go really well.
Yeah.
And then of course there's Lucas,
Lucas
Lucas.
who should also come back because it's almost Halloween.
Well, he should join us in an episode.
Yeah,
And
for
we have to make that
Halloween.
Halloween.
It's Halloween right now. Starting September
Is it?
1 is Halloween.
Is this like how you do birthdays and just like the whole month is the thing?
Yes.
It's like how Christmas starts early. Like if you're like like
July.
some sort of goth, then Halloween starts early.
So that means that Taylor's life is like every year there's just like how many months that just full events?
I never don't have an event.
All right.
So
okay,
just
that makes
absorb
sense.
that.
Yeah.
Run and tell that. Homeboy, homeboy, homeboy. And don't forget Marcus.
Rose, Eric
Eric.
Rose, having the
Rose.
time of your life. Ooh, Eric Rose.
Dickie, I need to call you out. We need to do an episode for Eric Rhodes. When are we going to do it?
I think like we're gonna have to bring him in, like ASAP.
we have to
Really?
bring him in. We have to do the episode about
Yeah.
Eric Rhodes.
I don't know if he
this
has
drag queen
equipment
that-
though.
Oh, I mean, we did bring in the Eric Rhodes character, who's literally
We can bring in the story
who's
of Eric
literally
Rhodes,
called
and
Eric
then we can
Rhodes.
do the live action Eric Rhodes in a future date. But we need to do like
Well, I showed you that reface, right?
yeah.
That's what he wants the character to look like.
So Eric Rhodes needs to be a drag queen that's saving the day.
Yeah. And he wants
Yeah.
that character to have some kind of a like he explained this to me and I'm not going to be able to explain it back. But
Eric is because Taylor wasn't paying attention. She was memeing.
okay, he wants to have like a cyber whip.
Fuck yeah, because that's cool.
What the fuck is a cyber whip?
Okay,
It's like
I
an
think I
electronic
actually
whip.
did just I think that was it.
okay.
Like a
It's a whip.
like
I mean,
Electronic
I'm
whip.
thinking
whip but like
Kinda-
extra.
space Jesus with breasts and a whip.
Oh no.
Oh my god, it's the Icelandic Jesus with a whip. So good.
So that's Eric.
Eric, we are not ignoring you. We have not been at a point where we can do it, but
Because it has to be
is
good.
there.
It has to be good. Like
it has
I can't.
to be good.
And he has a
appreciate everything-
sidekick called Henny.
We appreciate everything you're doing for the show. We are not trying to ignore it. We are just trying to wait. The time is right to do it justice.
I'm writing another note. Anyway, so moving on, Marcus Brackelman,
Brock Skullman.
who is the only reason
Rock and roll.
The only brackly boy.
Fernando.
It is what it is. He gets what he gets. It takes no good for nobody.
Ooh, that's tough. I like it.
Well, that's gonna have to happen again. So bookmark that in your brain. Tape that to a joint. Save it for later.
Not around Evan.
I'll lock you down and send you home, boy. You best
smoke
behave.
The cats in Evan's house are like, we need to get out of here tonight.
We are getting way too secondhand high from around Evan.
Cats like that.
Yeah.
All right, and Fernando Garcia, the proprietor and patron of Garcia Station.
Hello, Garcia.
You could have a place named after you as well if you were like him.
Like him.
The most interesting man
In the room?
to ever live.
The most interesting man in the room. In the whole wide room.
What was that sniff? Are you doing coke?
No, I just
No, that
I
was
had
good.
to I had a bit of a
Just
runny nose.
had to rip a line
I had to rip it.
to keep that
And
going.
just get that sweet matching pattern.
He's advanced a level.
And we skipped a place. We did Eric already, but let's mention him
Eric.
one more time. Eric.
Eric Rudies.
Eric Rhodes. No one has any new songs, right? We've all forgotten new songs.
I mean,
for
I
Eric
did one.
Rhodes. No, but we need new ones, like unheard.
That was a
never
new one.
done
That was the
before.
point. I had it locked
Yeah.
and loaded.
Dancing Queen.
Oh.
Eric Rose. Eric Rose. Eric.
I always want to do like the same three.
It's difficult to not do the same three with Eric Rhodes because they're just classics.
Yeah, like I always want to do. Well, now I can't. Now everything's wiped. And then Noodle. Noodle, who has supplied
Noodle.
our entire show with drawings. Like if you
Killing.
think
looked at
if you think
Yeah.
your output is impressive, then look at Noodle and
Check out
think
the noodles.
again.
because Noodle has made every single album art basically for our show so far.
So if you think that you're doing well,
think
you're
again,
probably not. But Noodle is.
and then we got two new ones, right?
Yeah, and I'm gonna butcher one of these because I am thinking of about 6 different ways that I could spell it or say it. So I'm gonna spell it.
Mhm.
It is the Abeil Queen, the Abel Queen, the Abail
Abel
Queen,
Beale Queen,
Abail,
a Bale
Abail?
Queen,
Abel.
Abigail Queen.
Nope, there's no G. But
No,
She's a map
added
maker.
that in. Yeah.
and so not only do we have character artists, musical artists, and people like Marcus that just art all kinds of shit. We now have
Emotional
Broccoli.
artists.
emotional
Yeah.
artists, and now we have a map artist.
Check her shit out. It'll be there in the link.
Pretty cool. And Nicole,
Kidman?
Hi guys, it's Nicole. It's Nicole.
She-
You seen that?
is also
No, I've seen it.
a DM sometimes.
Oh yeah.
And a druid. I had a word and I lost it. You can tell that it's the end of the episode. A druid. I was gonna say experientialist, but I think I meant enthusiast. That's the word.
Okay.
Or maybe
Mhm.
she's just a real druid because she's in our Discord and occasionally drops cat pics.
And she got amazing cat pics. And so if you want to see those amazing cat pics, you need to get involved in our Discord. Sign up to the Patreon, and then you can see these amazing cat pics. You can see Cleo's amazing meme channel.
Yeah, I have a whole meme channel,
Mm.
an entire meme channel.
Channel a meme.
Yeah.
Channel of memes.
And we got all kinds of yeah. You can cut some of this because it's really not.
We
it's
got
not
a
going
horse
well.
that looks like a man. We got all kinds of attractions.
We got a cylindrical frog in a box, and we peel the top open and let it walk around. And
It's gonna edit down real well, but it's fine.
Oh, it's going to edit down real good.
Cylindrical frog
we
in a
got a
box.
tin can full of caterpillars, different
And
kinds.
that's it, you bastards. All right. So this is the danger of just letting things run. All right. So
Jesus Christ.
So drop us a comment about who you think had the best skin of all the people that played Hannibal.
Hannibal Lecter.
yeah. Who's your favorite Hannibal? Let us know. Otherwise, just fucking patron us or give us 5 stars.
You know what?
Because at the point,
Thanks for
We
listening.
haven't asked for 5 stars for a while.
Yeah.
Please give us 5
you know
stars.
what? Give us 5 stars.
If you hung on
Jesus
for
Christ.
this long, thank you. It's a
Thank you.
pleasure
It's
to have
shocking
you.
that you wanted to be here this badly.
Wait, did you hear Evan's voice then? It sounded so tired.
I am
That
so
was-
sleepy.
So
I think we've
That was for
finally
Max.
we've worn him all the way down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now he
We've
can
worn all the
finally
sex out
sleep.
of him.
But it is like
Yeah.
1 o'clock or something, isn't it?
Yeah. It is 1 o'clock. Yeah, it's 59. It's 59. Right
Oh
now.
yeah, so much.
Anyways,
less. You're right. And I've been up
Thank
since
you
like
very much, you
6 days.
bastards. We'll be back next week with another amazing episode of the Backwater Bastards.
Same
Beep,
bastard time, same bastard channel.
Same bastard bird.
Bye.
Fare thee well.
Tune in next time for another edge of your seat adventure in space with the Backwater Bastards.
If you enjoy listening, but also have eyes, check out our Instagram, where we post drawings, illustrations, character art from our adventures. Backwater_bastards. Check out our Instagram on Instagram.
Can I take a moment and say that I never bought that character?
You never bought it?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I mean, I don't get me wrong. what's his name again? The actor?
Hannibal Lecter, Anthony
oh, no.
Hopkins.
Anthony.
Yeah.
Yeah, love me some Anthony Hopkins, right? Like I love his acting.
Mm-hmm.
I love that scene. It's a great scene.
I think
But
I
I
agree
don't
with
buy
you,
the
Evan.
character. Like it feels like theater.
Yeah, it was too weird.
I don't buy it as a rendition of like a disturbed but yet rational individual.
It felt too much like a dude that was trying to creep people out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think
But
he
it
is.
wasn't, like-
He is a bit. He's playing up the fact that, hey, I'm a scary cannibal, you know? Like,
Yeah,
he,
Yeah, but that's stupid.
But that
No,
felt
but
fake.
it may feel
That's-
stupid, but
I
it
fucking
is,
agree
it's-
100% because I felt that too when I saw it.
I
get
agree
it.
that it
Well,
might
yeah.
feel stupid, but then it also does make sense to like a character who understands everything about human psychology, who wants to then play to those like
but
easy
then why
grabs.
doesn't he just shit in his hand and smear it on the wall?
I mean, if
Because
they
he-
showed that on camera, maybe that would work. But
he's not that kind of psycho, though.
Yeah, he's the kind of psycho that, like, in a brief moment, a snapshot, a lightning shot of just you and him, would look at you and go,
I think
and
the
no one
problem...
else would
You know
believe
what?
it. You know?
Me and Evan are
but I
one
don't
kind of
know why that's
psycho,
supposed
and
to
you
be
and Dick are the other kind.
I don't see why that's supposed to be scary.
I think that the
It's
problem
just-
with Hannibal Lecter is that
it's just-
he's one of those like supremely like perfect, advanced, undefinable kind of. He's like Sherlock Holmes. Like he's a bit much because you can't
Yeah.
believe him because he's
I mean, it's
such a.
it's like it's the same thing for the Sherlock series. Like that also that doesn't sell me as a real character. That's just a fun character to follow around. But I don't buy him as an individual. I don't. I mean, I can. It's technical theater, right? I can appreciate the fucking act. It's well done. It's amazing.
But then again,
But I
Buffalo
don't-
Bill feels like like a real person with real issues, doesn't he?
Buffalo. Which one's that again?
Buffalo
Lotion
Bill
on
felt
his
lotion
way-
on his skin. Yeah.
Buffalo
Oh,
Bill
yeah,
felt
yeah.
real because
Yeah,
of how
because that
uncomfortable
feels-
and weird
that-
it was.
Yeah, and also that feels like it comes from a very dark inner place that you kind of feel like you might be able to understand.
I think that's the point. Like
Oh.
Hannibal Lecter is supposed to be the one that you can't remotely fathom, and then you've got
Yeah,
like the
and
actual
I
the
get that
actual
that's the-
antagonist of the movie is obviously Buffalo Bill.
I guess that's the abstract that they have to bridge.
It just
But
felt
I'm
like
just
he
saying
was
that
trying
abstract
too
didn't
hard.
bridge
No,
to
but isn't
me.
that
It
the
didn't- it-
greatness
exactly.
of that moment? Is
No.
that it's like you don't expect it, and then there's this amazing like try-hard moment of like, which
but
is
that's
just like
why
it's just
no.
like you would never expect it from him, but he knows you
I feel
wouldn't
like
expect
if that
it, so he
happened to
did
me
it.
in
this-
real life, I would laugh.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's what I'm saying.
No.
I'm not saying that it's
It's
No,
like
I'm-
when you're at the mall and like a 16-year-old goth kid walks by you and just goes, "Eh," and you're like,
No.
fuck off.
no. It's not like that. I can appreciate the mastery of the moment. I can appreciate all the craft. and I can still say that it doesn't land.
Who says
for me.
that 16-year-old goth kid doesn't have
Well,
crap?
it's the hypothetical, isn't it? It's based on the fact that you know that he is a literal supervillain, that he is
Yeah.
the scariest man alive.
This is the
You
thing.
already know that
Yeah.
before he does that to you, so he's just like teasing.
But I wasn't
So
scared.
But it's like
I'm being told something.
yeah, well, you are.
I'm
Yeah,
just gonna be
that-
real,
yes,
but the
I am.
scariest
But it
thing about
doesn't-
that movie was the fact that pigs eat people, because I did not know that.
That's,
Yeah.
that's not
Um,
Silence of the Lambs. Though. That's Hannibal was a shit film. Silence of the Lambs was great.
Mm.
None of
Yeah, well, I
none
saw
of the
both
other
of those
films
too long
are any
ago to
good.
remember what was what.
Silence of the Lambs was brilliant, but none of the other films are even remotely decent.
But I want to say, like, I like that moment. I think it's good. It's just the character that does not sell for me. I'm not arguing the moment or like the filmatic element of it.
Yeah.
It's purely that the character doesn't. It's like in Gangs of New York, right? Like
I
everything
love that
fits
film.
except fucking Leo's character, who I do not buy.
Don't touch Leo.
Yeah. You leave Cleo deCap. Leo deCap alone.
No, I'm not saying he's not a good actor. Like
I don't even care, because I'm not gonna argue it tastefully.
argue it tastefully. If you honestly disagree, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not thinking about it hard enough.
We just had to defend Leo, all right?
Yeah, like I'm not trying to be logical about it, but I will.
You will kill a guy.
I might. I think I would
You
like.
go renegade.
beat a guy
If
to
I
death
had to
with
think
a
about
rabbit
it, I'd
foot.
If I had to think about it, I'd probably have
mean-
to admit at some point that he was not great at what he does.
No, that's not what I'm saying. He's a great actor.
In that film, like
Yeah,
whatever.
in that film, he just does not do a good job. He I think he respects the idea and he has such like reverence for it, but he doesn't understand the character at all.
Potentially, but I'll
Yeah.
still fight over it.
I know it's one of my favorite movies.
What about what about Mads Mikkelsen's Hannibal?
I'm loving that movie. I haven't actually seen Mads Mikkelsen as Hannibal.
I've not watched his rendition of Hannibal.
Because he's a
What an
fucking
actor, though.
great,
What an
scary
actor. Have
Hannibal.
you
It's-
seen?
the show has its ups and downs, and the first season is very like monster of the week, but like it becomes very surreal and very beautiful, and like his portrayal of Hannibal at least is absolutely fucking spot on, and like
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
more
but
more
that sounds
human than Anthony Hopkins one.
Wait, there's another. He did that?
There's a TV show Hannibal
What the fuck?
with Mads
Where
Mikkelsen.
have I been?
It's,
Wait, did you see the Mad Mikkelsen as a Viking?
I did not.
Oh,
What
the
film
fucking-
was that?
Oh,
The Ragnarok fucking.
he plays a Viking, like
I
a.
gotta be honest, like
a very
it's-
weird movie.
I usually don't watch Viking shit.
Okay, it's called Valhalla Rising, and he plays
Val,
this
yeah.
like Viking that's just fucking badass.
It's a good movie.
It's
It's
so
a very good
cool.
movie, but it's so weird.
and it's just
It's
I
just
do.
so
and like
weird.
look,
and
this is me saying it, but he is fucking hot the whole time.
Yeah.
He's sexy
What?
as hell.
Seriously?
Wait, this is
Because
this is
his-
you saying it.
Because
All right,
every
let-
time I see his face, I just think, what a waste.
What a sexy man,
Why?
you mean?
Like, I don't like his face.
No,
I'm
his-
so
Okay.
sorry. What if he hears this?
I think like
he's
he's like a
Then Mats,
like a
Mats, you're fucking Danish. You'll get over this.
like a classier version
It's
of Elon
fine.
Musk, isn't he? He's like if Elon Musk wasn't
Ugh!
quite so
both
odd.
of those are not the faces that I copy and paste on anybody in a sex dream.
I mean, that is a very tenuous, like that's a thinner face though. That's like a
No, look at
Matt's
their
face is
their
very
faces
thin.
side by side. They got the exact same fucking face.
okay.
I just
thought
watched him too
were
much
playing
in
a
Death
game, guys. We were
Stranding, and I
playing a
was
game.
like,
Let's-
Ugh.
Evan, this derail is your derail. Okay, you did this.
this is mine. How's this mine?
You
What did I
started
do?
this derail, Evan.
I'm
Why?
gonna dry
How?
him
Okay.
any minute
Let's
now.
let's go back to where we were. Dr. Z making
Wait, no.
making some Hannibal Lecter noises. What's he gonna do?
Oh yeah, because it's not. Oh yeah. Okay, whatever.
Evan, this is your derail. You have to own
Yeah,
it.
that is my derail, and you fucking just ignored it, and then you were like, "Oh, it's the best."
I want to
thing
talk about
ever."
Mads because I've got a mad crush on him.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm gonna watch this video just so I can see if it holds up, and if not, I'm gonna judge you for the rest of your life.
I mean,
Wait, who?
you go ahead.
Me?
No, Daniel.
What?
Why?
Valhalla Rising?
What did Daniel do to you?
Dan said that he thought that Mads Mikkelsen in that movie was hot.
I think he is.
In which
I
movie?
think he's like.
in
I
Valhalla
think he's an
Rising?
attractive
Yeah.
man
Where he
anyway.
gets- where he
I
goes-
don't.
You
Is
don't.
that the
I
one
think
where
we
he
have
butt fucked
different
you?
taste in men.
Well, there we go. I think he's an attractive man. Like,
Okay.
Just like.
I
Just,
don't know what.
I mean, he's
I think
Who
like
else
a,
do
Okay,
you-
let's
Dan,
get that
who
one
else
straight.
do you like then?
No, hey, he is handsome. You can't argue that.
he's a
I
handsome
will.
man.
He's got
You
old
will-
guy skin.
No, see, Taylor.
Yeah.
No, see, Evan, this is the thing. Taylor's told us before. She is in love with Thranduil, or however you pronounce
Yeah,
that fucking name.
Okay,
Yeah.
Like-
fine.
So Taylor loves
you
the
can-
young boy. She wants K-pop.
Yeah, that,
Oh,
and that,
yeah,
and
I'm
that-
not
and
trying
that's
to-
fine.
I'm not
No
trying to
one's-
get
no
at
one's
somebody who
asking if
looks
you
like
wanna
their
fuck
skin would
'em.
tear apart like chicken flesh
Hey,
if wind
hey,
blew
no
at
one's
him.
asking if you want to like spring upon this boy as like a fucking
I
as,
love
a,
this
as the
derail.
first ram of the year and just fucking dominate the boy. No, we're
I
asking
thought,
if you,
like, that's what we
if
were
you agree
talking
that
about.
he is on a technical level handsome.
Also, no.
Well,
Eh,
look,
I mean,
good.
I'm
That seems-
100%.
That seems mean.
Listen, this is my only religion is 100% fuck yes or fuck no. And I'm 100% fuck no. And I'm not trying to be hateful. I'm sure he's a nice
Again,
person.
you're making what's fuck no? Like that's
She's
that's,
just saying,
now you're
fuck
talking
no,
about
she
personal
ain't gonna
connection.
go near him. She ain't even gonna
No,
go
no
near
one's
him
asking
with
you to
her.
go near him.
Well, she's saying
We
right
are,
now.
though.
We are.
Are we?
We're putting Cleo
Okay,
in a
now I'm
position.
scared for Mats. Mats, stay away from this.
Mads,
what
you need to
about
stay
you?
away.
What about the Mickelsons come here, you know?
Yeah, they need to stay away because
The
Cleo's
Mickelsons?
gonna get
Yeah,
him.
there's a bunch of them.
Yeah.
There's not just one Mats Mikkelsen.
Oh, one of them was in
There's
Sherlock,
men.
wasn't he?
There's like siblings.
What?
It's like the Skarsgårds.
What? This is joking, yeah?
No, I'm serious.
Wait,
Lars Mikkelsen was the one who was in Sherlock.
Yeah.
He was one of the villains.
what?
Jesus
Evan, there's a
Christ,
bunch of
this
them.
is a derail that's going on. This is
Shut
gonna need
up,
a new
Lars.
podcast.
Shut up, Lars.
Listen, I just want to make a statement in case somehow this comes back to bite me.
No,
if
Cleo.
any
Oh,
Mickelsons,
shit.
None of
that
this is
guy,
getting
yeah.
edited in. It's all being edited out. Cleo is going to forever be scarred by her
What
statements
the-
being made. All right?
I'm
That's-
sorry. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. I'm sure that, but he's got so much money. Like, fix your skin.
Fuck off, Tay.
Maybe he's just
Holy.
okay with his own skin. My
Hey, that
God,
was
you
harsh.
mean, man.
Holy.
Okay,
You're so
well-
mean.
I mean,
I don't.
none of these Hannibals can catch a break, can they? What about that? There was another Hannibal as well, who was like Cockney Hannibal, who was in Manhunter.
Oh, that sounds like an absolute nightmare.
Can you ever just eat a guy and just not be hated for it for the rest of the time? Fuck.
Can you just eat a guy without having to have a personality about it?
Exactly.
Oh, that was
Can we
Michael
eat?
Mann
One
directed
guy.
that. Who played
And
Hannibal? in
suddenly
that?
everybody's fucking up in arms about
Yeah.
it.
I'll be
Jesus
serious though. Like, I would
Christ.
believe a Cockney Hannibal because Cockney is like the stuff of nightmares.
They are psychos.
It's a beautiful
Fucking
language. It's a
love.
beautiful accent.
Anybody
You're a
speaking like
beautiful
that
language,
probably
Daniel.
would
Thank
eat
you,
a
Evan.
guy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Here we go. In
Well,
Discord,
like,
I'm
No,
going to post
you know what?
the 3
You know
Hannibal
what?
lectors.
Thank you.
side by
No,
Dan.
no,
side.
thank you, Evan.
No.
No.
Seriously? Seriously?
No.
All
Dang.
3 Hannibal lectors all in
Dang.
a row.
Shut up. Dick. We're doing
What
a thing.
nationality do you think Hannibal is really? I'm gonna go with Welsh.
Oh, I'm going Icelandic. Clearly.
Yeah, it's clearly
How do you think he passed
Icelandic.
the fucking
Which one?
I mean,
all of
He's
them?
supposed to be Lithuanian.
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
why the fuck
I
are you,
don't
where
know
are you
enough
pulling
of
this up from, Dickie?
Lithuanian. Why not go fucking
read the
Romanian
books.
then at least so you can go Dracula?
Because
wow,
Romania
what a,
gets
what a
enough
power play
shit.
that was, huh? Dickie just coming
Romania
in with
had
he's read
the
the,
coolest
book.
guy.
I like
They've
me some
got
Thomas
Dracula,
Harris. They're
Yeah.
great crime novels.
Yeah.
Who's Tom
I
Harris?
read the audiobook as well. I'm fine.
Okay, I have to admit something. In this photo, Mads Mikkelsen's skin looks the youngest of all of those
He
people.
looks hot as fuck. Look at him.
But he doesn't look hot. He's like,
Yes, he
like his
does.
features are too sharp, like Michael Jackson.
No.
Okay, we've got to play. We've got to play. We've been roasting Mads Mikkelsen for how long?
I'm just really curious. Like if
You know what, Dick? I might turn my
Tay met-
attack
if
and
Tay
start
met
attacking
Michael
Cleo's
Jackson, what the
fucking
fuck would happen?
pterodactyl.
I mean, he's dead. I know, but you know, back when he wasn't, what would happen?
I would just make myself bigger to scare him off.
yeah, I'm attacking Cleo now after all this derail. I'm like just overridden with some kind of anger. Mads is hot, and I go.
Is that-
Sorry I offended your boyfriend.
That's the
Exactly.
opposite of metagaming, isn't it? That's
Yeah. That's just table gaming. That is just like I don't like what you're doing at the table, so I'm gonna go come fuck you up.
Called having a good fucking time.
Anyway, and that was the podcast within a podcast called Backwater Bastards Derail.
Hey, that could be a short rest. That could be a short rest.
is Hannibal Lecter realistic or attractive?
or just kind of overrated.
No, let's not add in more things, okay? It's getting too much. We have to.
More
Dan's
things.
overwhelmed.
I'm overwhelmed. Okay, I can't deal with it.
This is a sensory
Like,
meltdown.
was the Napoleonic period of power really over after Leipzig, or did he have an actual chance at dominating Europe after Elba and his return and the Battle of
I'm way
Waterloo?
too dumb for that, Evan. Okay,
Listen, if France could have gotten their shit together and made a decision instead of flip-flopping back and forth forever, then maybe he could have left Corsica, but we can't get to that now.
Corsica. Like he left Corsica. That's how he got to France.
359 times. Slept
Huh?
with too many women.
I thought
Josephine didn't want none.
he just like he played a sweet mixtape and did a little dance, didn't he? And then Pedro
And he asked her not to wash for 3
Pedro
days.
became the class president.
And the moon is a man-made object. Okay, now let's get on with the fucking podcast.
Flat Earth.
Flat Earth.
Very well then.
Ricky,
What do you
we're gonna need a recap.
what do you-
No,
okay.
Dick, I'm sorry, Dick. I need a recap. I'm
Okay.
confused.
Welcome back, everybody,
Fucking sorry if we're trying to have a good time.
to the episode after an episode within an episode of the Backwater Bastards.
Man, it's getting saucy up in here.
It is
Right
getting
now.
saucy and I like it.
Right now, we've got a series of things happening.
Dan,
Yes, yes,
Dan,
yes.
are you saying you like a saucy dick?
Saucy Dick.
Okay.
Watch out. Don't burn yourself. Sauce gets hot.
Get time to get creative.